following is a special presentation from the WKLM Sports Department.
And good morning from 717 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubber Ducks for Division VI State Championship Baseball. The second-ranked Hiland Hawks, a record of 25-4. They've won 6 in a row and 18 of the last 19. They're trying to make history today to be the first team ever to win 4 consecutive state championships in high school baseball in Ohio. For Lake Center Christian, the Tigers, a record of 24-4. They're ranked 4th in the state in D6. They won 10 straight. They're going for their first state championship in school history. Stay tuned. I'll be speaking with Hiland head baseball coach Chris Dagus coming up next on the pregame show on WKLM.
Make sure your Medicare open enrollment plan allows you to receive the pharmacy service you deserve. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and did you know that Medicare prescription plans are constantly changing from one year to the next? More and more plans are increasing copays or trying to force you into using their plan-owned mail-order pharmacies. Let us help you prepare for the upcoming year by scheduling a consultation with one of our expert team members, or tell your current insurance expert to make sure your plan allows you to get your prescriptions at one of our local Premier Pharmacy locations in Berlin, Millersburg, and now also in downtown Sugar Creek. Thank you for allowing us to be your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.bemergroup.com.
Some call it over-planning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently. decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
There may be other choices out there, but when it comes to tires and service, there's really only one place to go. Millersburg Tire Service. In business for over 73 years, it's not just about the prices, it's about the people and the service. That's why service is in their name. They started back in 1953 from humble beginnings, and today they continue serving homes in the surrounding counties with a beautiful showroom, modern facilities, and even a front porch where you're always welcome. They treat people the way you want to be treated. With all that, there's no reason to go anywhere else. Millersburg Tire Service, located on State Route 39, east of Millersburg.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Inside the Dugout is brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
I'm alongside the Hiland Hawks head baseball coach Chris Davis, coming off a 7-2 win over St. Henry to move on to this state championship game. Look at that game yesterday, down 2-0 through 3 innings. What was the biggest adjustments the guys were able to make here in the fourth? Were you able to come through and explode with a key 6-run, 6-hit fourth inning to get that lead?
Yeah, guys were being more aggressive on his fastball for sure. Second time through the lineup, everybody's seen him once and kind of adjust on what he's throwing, and they were able to make those adjustments successfully and hit the ball hard in play. And yeah, a couple guys really drove the ball. That was fun to watch.
You mentioned before the game, you talked a lot about having quality at bats. I thought one thing that kind of really summed that up, a lot of guys did certainly, but Andre Yoder in that fourth inning, a 12-pitch at bat, comes through with the RBI double. That was really quite an at bat there. He came through in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's picture perfect of what we're looking for. Go up there and battle, spoil pitches until he gets one he can drive, and he did exactly that. That was an awesome at bat to watch, and put a lot of pressure on their pitcher and made them throw a lot of extra pitches, and pressure on their defense too, because they're just on their heels at that point. We've scored a couple, and yeah, that's our goal in every game. Put pressure on them, get the pitcher out of the windup and into the stretch, and hopefully they throw a little different, and that kind of affected their pitcher yesterday, I think.
What can you say about Mike Miller? Dominant, 15 strikeouts, and outstanding as always.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we've come to expect from Mike on the mound. He did an excellent job. He was focused. He wanted to win that game. He didn't want to come out towards the end. We were getting Damon loose, ready to go if we needed him, but Mike wanted to finish it, and he did a superb job.
He certainly did, and here you are. You've made it to this point where you guys have been shooting for all season long in a rematch of last year's state championship game against Lake Center Christian. You've played them and seen them many times here. What are you expecting to see from the Tigers today?
Quality baseball. They're well coached. They've got a lot of experience in their lineup, and it should be a good one. Another classic, I'm imagining, so we'll have some fun today.
Should be a lot of fun. Aside from that, what's the biggest message to your team today, Chris?
Just play relaxed, play loose. There's no pressure. It's another ball game. Can't put any more pressure on it than and come out playing tight. I think they're loose. They're having fun on the bus. Up early this morning, good breakfast to Boyd's, and we're ready to go. All right, Chris, thanks for your time. Good luck today. Thank you. That's the voice of Hiland Hawks head baseball coach, Chris Davis.
Inside the Dugout has been brought to you by Hobron's Insurance in Millersburg.
At Home Siding Contractors, our mission is to give homeowners a quality product, whether it's our vinyl siding or our energy-efficient replacement windows and doors. Home Siding Contractors is ready to turn your home into one of your biggest energy-saving assets. You'll notice the difference as your home will stay warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Call 888-725-6619 for a in-home estimate or find all of our products at homesiding.com.
loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Wait a minute. America's turning 250 years old?
That's right, and Rody's IGA is celebrating the only way they know how.
Oh, fireworks.
Better. Buy one, get one free.
That's even more American.
Stock up on Bar S Jumbo Franks, Oscar Mayer Bologna, Armour Lunch Makers, Smithfield Pork Tenderloin, and Cherub Tomatoes, all buy one, get one free.
So I get two for the price of one? George Washington would have crossed the Delaware for that deal.
Celebrate 250 years of America, now through Sunday, at Rody's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
Rody's IGA, where savings are as American as apple pie.
A remodel or new build is more than just a project. At Keim, we believe these projects mean creating a new play space for your little ones, designing a gathering place to make and share meals, or building an outdoor oasis to relax and recharge. We're here to help you reimagine your space. Our home center in Charm is a one-stop shop for flooring, appliances, kitchens, and so much more. Our team of experts is here to help support you every step of the way. That's the beauty of working with Keim. That's your home reimagined.
Express Power Washing is Northeast Ohio's premier washing and soft washing company. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment and eco-friendly cleaning solution to rejuvenate your home's exterior, roofs, decks, driveways, and more. Home with a 2-year guarantee. If the green comes back, they come back. For more information, call 330-231-4392. That's 330-231-4392.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
Hi, this is Corey with Burgett Insurance. If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. Burgett Insurance and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff of Burgett Insurance at 330-276-3791. We provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Hiland, of course, got the big win yesterday to move on to this state championship game. As far as the Hawks are concerned, a day ago they were down 2-0 after the third inning, but it was the huge fourth inning they came through. 6 runs on 6 hits in the fourth as the Hawks would explode to take their first lead and never look back from there after that. As in that game, in that inning I should say, a leadoff triple by Garrett Monigold, sac fly and RBI by Grady Monigold, followed by RBI doubles by Johnny Yoder in a 12-pitch at-bat with Andre Yoder that resulted in an RBI double as well. RBI triple by Mike Miller, and also the 2 RBI triple by Garrett Monigold in the same inning. And Hiland at that point led 6-2. They'd add on one more run in the 7th to get the win 7-2. Hiland had 7 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. St. Henry had 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, 8 stranded. Mike Miller, of course, the senior lefty, outstanding again. As he threw 7 innings, allowed 2 runs, just 1 earned, and 7 hits allowed. He struck out 15 batters and walked 2, improved this record to a perfect 8-0 on the year. Of course, he will be going on to play baseball at the college level at Mount Vernon as well, and showed why with his performance just a day ago in the state semifinals. Of course, for the Hawks, moving on now to the state championship game. And taking on Lake Center Christian. Lake Center Christian, they won their game 5-3 yesterday as they took a 3-0 lead after one and 4-0 after two. But then it was Northmore who came back and scored a run in each of the third and fourth innings. That made it a 4-2 ball game. Lake Center Christian would add a run in the fifth to take a 5-2 advantage. Northmore did score one run in the sixth, but that would be it. And Lake Center Christian got the win 5-3. Lake Center Christian 5 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. Northmore had 3 runs on 4 hits. They had 3 errors for the contest. And getting the win for Lake Center Christian, he didn't really by committee pitching wise, but Nathan Bryant got the win. With the first 4 innings, he allowed 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 hit allowed. He struck out 3 and walked 3. And Caleb Shelley threw an inning in the third of relief. He allowed 1 run that was not earned, 2 hits and struck out 2, walked nobody. Galen Kublins had an inning and 2/3 of relief. I should say Grant Kublins with that relief appearance allowed no runs, 1 hit, struck out 3, walked nobody. He'll start today on the mound. He threw just yesterday, Grant Kublins, 24 pitches, and Caleb Shelley threw 26 pitches, so both pitchers are available today to pitch for Lake Center Christian. So both teams will square off today in a rematch of last year's Division VI state championship game. We'll talk about that more with John Monigold. Of course, Hiland won that in come-from-behind fashion, got the 5-4 victory. They captured their 3rd straight state title last year, and they'll square off again in the state title game this year as well. As far as this game is concerned, Hiland, that record of 25-4 on the year, ranked 2nd in Division VI. As for Hiland, come in on that winning streak of 6 games. They've won 18 of their last 19 games. And for Lake Center Christian, their record is 24-4. They're the 4th-ranked team in D6. They've won 10 straight entering this game today. For Lake Center Christian, take a look at their losses there. A 7-5 loss in 8 innings to Walsh Jesuit. And also, actually had a tie with Canton Central Catholic back on April 20th. And had a 6-3 loss as well to Waynedale earlier this year. 2-1 loss to Edison. That was Richmond Edison back on May 8th in that performance as well before this game here today. Hiland, of course, going for the 4th consecutive state championship. That'd be the first time in school history for them and anybody in Ohio high school baseball has won a 4th straight state title. Lake Center Christian going for the first state championship in baseball in their school's history. We'll take a break, come back with more on the pregame show after this on WKLM. Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust brick and banister design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbanisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomeranian Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Discover your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center. We are still accepting applications for the 2026-27 school year from incoming high school juniors and seniors. Pick from our over 30 career technical labs to obtain the skills you need to succeed in an in-demand career field. Popular options include computer-aided design, masonry, outdoor power, precision machining, and culinary arts. Don't delay and apply online today at buckeyecareercenter.org.
Hiland gets set to take on Lake Center Christian in the Division VI State Championship game from 717 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubberducks. McCroy alongside John Monigold. And also on the field is Jake Sato. Let's go down to Jake now.
Oh, hey, Matt, happy to be down here. It's the rain is kind of slowing down, so it looks like we're going to have beautiful weather once we get first pitch going.
All right, looking forward to that, that's for sure. And, John, for you, a rematch of last year's state championship game, and that was quite a game last year.
Yeah, it was about as electrifying as you could get last year. You know, you thought Hiland was in control, and then they kind of let Lake Center back in it, and they thought they were in control, and then that magical seventh inning happened, and Hiland was able to pull out the win.
They certainly were. I'm sure Lake Center Christian remembers that pretty well. Certainly does Hiland. But for the Hawks, they're looking at making history today. And you think we talked about yesterday, just fighting all the way to get to this point, that's incredible enough. But just having an opportunity to make history like this, pretty special.
Yeah, what they accomplished out throughout the season and yesterday, you know, on the back of or the strong left arm of Mike Miller, you know, they gave themselves a chance today. You got to go out and leave it all out on the field. That's all you can ask for.
Well, you mentioned that, of course, on the mound today, going to be Andre Yoder. He's been outstanding all season long. We saw what Hiland did as the game went on offensively. They've been doing that really throughout the postseason. What's it going to take today in your mind to get this win?
I think, you know, it's going to take timely hitting. You know, Grant Koblenz is a good pitcher. You're going to have to be patient, make him throw something in the strike zone, look for that fastball. And you're going to have to play clean defense. You're not going to strike out 15 today, not like Mike did yesterday. So I think the key is going to be playing clean defense, clean baseball, and having a good approach at the plate.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with today's starting lineups next on WKLM.
At Beachy's, we're about keeping you safe and on the road. We believe in building lasting relationships through a trustworthy service. Our team cares about delivering quality every time. We offer auto, diesel, heavy-duty, and tire services. Our Winesburg location is open 7 a.m. to midnight, located at 2653 US 62. Call Winesburg at 330-359-5421. Our Berlin location is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 5979 County Road 201. Call Berlin at 330-674-6970. Explore our full range of services and easily schedule your next appointment at beachies.com.
And today's starting lineup brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative, celebrating the generous members, owners of Holmes Wayne Electric, who have donated to the Operation Roundup Foundation. Since 2006, over $1 million has been distributed back into the local community for those in need. Starting today for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Hiland Hawks leading things off. Junior center fielder Christian Mullen, batting second is senior left fielder Garrett Monigold, while batting third is senior first baseman Grady Monigold. And a cleanup spot for the Hawks, of course, that's senior catcher Griffin Monigold. Batting fifth is junior DH Jonah Yoder. He'll be DHing for the starting third baseman. That is junior Damon Troyer. Batting sixth is senior pitcher Andre Yoder, while in the seventh slot is senior right fielder Mike Miller. Batting eighth is senior second baseman Logan Yoder, while batting ninth is senior shortstop Isaiah Wagler. Hiland a record of 25-4. They won 6 in a row, 18 of the last 19, and they're the second-ranked team in Division 6. They're coached by Chris Dagus. And for the home team on the scoreboard, the Lake Center Christian Tigers, leading things off for them will be junior pitcher Grant Koblenz. Batting second is the senior center fielder Luke Hecker. Batting third is junior shortstop Caleb Shelley. In a cleanup spot for the Tigers, it'll be senior third baseman Nathan Bryant. Batting fifth is junior catcher Colton Smilik, and batting sixth is senior DH Braden Myers. He'll be DHing for the starting second baseman, and is freshman Aaron Zietlow. Batting seventh is freshman right fielder Nolan Rush, while in the eighth slot is junior first baseman Jacob Ranieri, and batting ninth is sophomore left fielder Paul Dussel. Lake Center Christian ranked fourth in Division 6. Their record is 24-4. They won 10 straight, and they're coached by Shane Byler. And today's starting lineup is brought to you by Holmes Wayne Electric Cooperative. They're a proud member of our community and supporting our youth and future leaders. Holmes Wayne Electric distributes $20,000 in scholarships annually to 10 local high school seniors. Additionally, they recognize local 6th through 8th graders as power students for their excellent scholastic effort. Stay tuned, we'll have more to come next on WKLM.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Give your home the protection it deserves with Cedar Max Super Polymer Insulated Siding from MRV Siding Supply. Cedar Max by Provia delivers outstanding performance inside and out, all in a variety of beautiful colors. Backed by a lifetime limited warranty, Cedar Max keeps your home looking great for years to come. Stop by MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now through July 6th, everyone qualifies for Ford employee pricing at Village Motors in Millersburg. This is Deke Miller, and during Ford's American Value for American Values event, you pay the same price Ford employees receive on most 2026 Ford vehicles. That means big savings on popular models like the F-150, Ford Explorer, Bronco, Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Super Duty. No employee badge, no special credentials, no haggling. Just straightforward savings for everyone. Don't wait. Ford employee pricing ends July 6th at Village Motors in Millersburg. Village Motors, where value drives home.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
Just finishing up the introductions here on the field as we'll be joining the national anthem here momentarily. And today's national anthem is being brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg.
Serving our country to support our freedoms at home and abroad with the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Once again, today's national anthem has been brought to you by the Holmes County Veteran Services in Millersburg. We'll take another break, come back with the opening pitch coming up next on WKLM.
Wayne Holmes Health is now part of the Premier Pharmacy family, giving us even more ways to serve you. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and I'm pleased to announce our acquisition of Wayne Holmes Health in Worcester, allowing us to offer a full line of home medical equipment, including hospital beds, lift chairs, scooters, and more. We also offer home modifications, including stair lift and ramp installation. Rental and delivery are both available. Stop in and see the new display at our Berlin location, now located inside of German Village Shopping Center, or visit us in Worcester at 720 Winkler Drive to see our full line of medical and home modification equipment.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They carry their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Well, cloudy skies. There has been some raindrops as we lead into this game here, but right now I think it is dry for the moment, and hopefully we'll hold off the rain showers here, get in some baseball here today in this Division VI state championship game from 7-17 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubber Ducks. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold, and it's Jake Seidel on the field as well. He'll be helping us out field-wise coverage throughout the course of the game as well. Of course, we're live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com. Melissa Patrick, Robert Yabroff back at the studio, and we're also live on the YouTube audio stream. We have the audio link on YouTube. You can go to our YouTube page for that. Casey Claxon producing that. We're also going to be posting the video stream, just like yesterday, to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following the game. That is courtesy of Claxon Communications as well. It is Logan McPeek producing that, and Andrew Dunlap is working the camera as well for today. As, of course, we don't want to forget the Waynedale game will be after this as well. We'll be having the Waynedale coverage for their D5 state championship contest as well. Hiland, the visitors, they're at the plate first. It'll be Christian Mullet to lead things off. He's followed by Garrett Monigold, Grady Monigold, Griffin Monigold, Jonah Yoder, Andre Yoder, Mike Miller, Logan Yoder, and Isaiah Wagler rounds out the Hiland lineup. Today's first pitch brought to you by MRV Siding Supply, where they have top quality products like Provia Siding, decorative siding, windows and doors. Provia manufactured stone and accessories on County Road 624 in Millersburg. Give them a call, 800-524-7436. At the plate, Christian Mullet to lead things off. That's from the left side, wearing number 23. He's the junior center fielder. Here's the line and the pitch. A bunt down the third baseline and right spot, picked up through the first base. Going to be a close play, going to be just in time for the out. What a play. Charging after that, Nathan Bryant threw that underhanded, and usually not too many guys can get a speedy Christian Mullet on a play like that.
Yeah, he laid down a perfect bunt, put it right where he wanted to. Got to give credit to Bryant there. He made a great play. It was bang-bang at first.
Mullet came in batting .337 with 17 RBIs before that ground out on the bunt attempt. Here's Garrett Monigold, who bats from the right side wearing number 3. That pitch going to be in there for a strike and a fastball. Senior left fielder had a big day yesterday. A pair of hits, including that triple. Really got the offense started in that fourth inning yesterday. Here's the wind, the pitch. Going to be a swing and a miss. 4 strike 2, 0-2 count to Garrett Monigold, batting .413 on the season. Has 30 runs batted in. 1 out, nobody aboard. Top of the first, no score. Here's the wind, the pitch. That's going to be high, ball 1. Defensively for Lake Center Christian, the first baseman Jacob Ranieri. At second is Aaron Zietlow. At short, that's Caleb Shelley. At third is Nathan Bryant. And left, Paul Dussel. The center fielder, Luke Heckert. And right, Nolan Rush. The pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catching is Colton Smilik. And pitching today is the junior lefty, Grant Koblenz. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Garrett Monigold. Now the pitch. Swung on and foul to the backstop. Good job to get a piece of that, and count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's what Hiland really hasn't been able to get on the board in the first inning. It'd be nice if we were able to put some pressure on Lake Center right off the bat.
Here's the wind, the pitch. Swung on, be a bouncer toward third. Rolls in the shortstop position. Nice diving stop through the first base. Going to be not in time. Didn't quite get to the left. A nice diving grab by Shelley deep in the hole, but there's really no chance at that point. He was going to get Garrett Monigold. So an infield single for Monigold, and Hiland has somebody on board.
Yeah, it took him a while yesterday, but it's nice to see Garrett able to set the table. And, you know, how big is that play by Bryant now to get Mullet at first? You just don't see too many guys able to make that play.
Without a doubt. Runner first, 1 down. Here's Grady Monigold. Monigold, the All-Ohio Player of the Year. That pitch can be swung on, chopper down the first base side. And what are those All-Ohio honors again, John, here for Hiland?
Mike Miller got first team. Garrett Monigold is honorable mention, and then Grady Monigold's first team, and then the Division VI Player of the Year.
Well-deserved, Grady Monigold, of course. School records with RBIs and home runs this year. Throw to first base, diving back safely. Garrett Monigold, nice quick move by the lefty in Grant Koblenz. But Grady with a .519 batting average, 11 home runs, 50 runs batted in. Throw to first base again, close play. He'll get back there safely, so already you can tell it's going to be hard to get a big lead on Koblenz.
Yeah, it is. I think the Hiland base runners just need to be a little bit patient, see if he can get a pass ball.
Here's the pitch. Now fastball going to be just a bit high. Good take by Grady. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Grant Koblenz on the mound. He's entered this game today. A 2-0 record. Has a .32 ERA. Throw to first base. Another throw. And diving back safely is Garrett Monigold. As Koblenz playing close attention to Monigold at first. Garrett Monigold, 10 stolen bases on the season. Here's the pitch. It's going to be foul down the left field side and into the seats. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes for Grant Koblenz on the season, allowing 6 runs and 2 earned. 26 hits, while striking out 83 batters, walking just 7. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a high in the fastball, ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you kind of like the approach the Hiland hitters have already, showing a little bit of patience here, making him zone up.
Here, Monigold leads off of first, 1 away. Koblitz, now the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer towards second, going to be rolling to the center field base hit. Garrett Monigold around second base. He'll stay right there. Good job by Heckert in center to get that ball quickly back into the infield, but going to be a single, back-to-back singles by Garrett and Grady Monigold, and now 2 runners aboard.
Yeah, that one got in on Grady's hands, but he's just so strong he was able to hit it right up the middle. Let's see what Griffin's able to do here. He hit a couple balls hard yesterday.
And really it was, we mentioned Garrett, that triple in the 4th inning, but it was kind of the Monigolds in general, the Monigold triplets that kind of got the offense rolling, and they're going to try and do it again here today in this 1st inning. Here's Griffin Monigold batting from the right side, wearing number 25, and the senior catcher. As for Griffin on the season, batting .388, has 1 homer, 23 runs batted in. Now the pitch. And it'll be a curveball in there for a cold strike. 0-1 count, 2 runners aboard, 1 down. Hiland is threatening in the top of the 1st inning. Koblitz, so a couple looks at second base. Now the pitch. Going to be a bit high, ball 1, and obviously a situation like this, we talked about scoring early, and Hiland hasn't done that a lot here, but when you have an opportunity like this, boy, you definitely want to take advantage of it.
Yeah, if you can play from in front, that's a huge advantage, and you like their approach so far.
That pitch high, and ball 2, 2 balls and a strike to Monigold, and pressure, of course, put on the pitcher in a situation like this.
Yeah, you got to look for a fastball here. You know, the pitcher's trying to get you to hit into a ground ball, but you want to make sure you can hit something hard.
Here's the pitch. So it'll be a line shot foul toward the first base side and near the seats. Hit that netting before it got there. Count goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hawks looking for a key hit early. Koblitz. Now the pitch. Going to be a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Went with the fastball, and he got it for the key second out for Lake Center Christian.
Yeah, let's see if Jonah, he's had a couple big at-bats, see if he can pick Griffin up here. I think Griffin might have been looking off speed, but they came inside on a fastball. Might have been a little bit high. Too close to take.
So it'll be Jonah Yoder at the plate, bats from the right side, wearing number 26 in the junior DH. Batting .408 on the season, throw to first base, then they got to hit him in a rundown, and Grady Monigold and go over to try to make the tag. The tag apply going to be just in time for the out. Again, Grant Koblitz, we saw he has that great move on the mound, the lefty, and he got the pick off to end off the inning.
Yeah, he snuck in behind Grady there. It's not how you want the inning to end if you're Hiland.
So for the Hawks, no runs scored, 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left through a half inning. No score for Akron. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances and supports the body in just 8 minutes twice a day. 10 weeks after using Beamer, the discomfort in my left calf was gone. I have been free of discomfort since December of 2016. Call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.bemergroup.com.
Some call it overplanning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Bottom half of the first inning and no score at the plate for Lake Center Christian will be Grant Koblenz, followed by Luke Heckert, Caleb Shelley, Nathan Bryant, Colton Smilik, Braden Myers, and Nolan Rush, followed by Jacob Ranieri and Paul Dussel. And for Hiland defensively, at first base, Grady Monigold. At second, Logan Yoder. The shortstop, Isaiah Wagler. Damon Troyers at third. In left field, Garrett Monigold. Christian Mullet in center. In right field, Mike Miller. Catching, Griffin Monigold. And pitching today, that is going to be the senior right-hander, Andre Yoder. Andre Yoder, a 6-0 record in a .68 ERA. 41 innings pitched. He's allowed 9 runs, just 4 earned. Has 1 save to his credit. He's allowed 26 hits, striking out 29 and walking 21, and has hit 5 batters on the season. Grant Koblenz to lead things off. Bats from the left side wearing number 24. Of course, he's the junior pitcher for this Lake Center Christian team. Those score bottom of the first from Akron in D6 State Championship Baseball. The line, the pitch by Andre Yoder. That's going to be a bit low in ball 1. For Grant Koblenz, I mentioned at the plate, he's batting .385 on the year. He does have 1 home run and 17 runs batted in. Yoder stares in. Roxon fires now the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer towards short, going to be in the center field, base hit. Grant Koblenz still around first base, stay right there, so sharply hit ball just past Wagler, and a leadoff batter is aboard for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's a good swing there by Koblenz. Took that ball right back up the middle.
Here's Luke Heckert, who bats from the left side, wearing number 34, the senior center fielder. For Heckert on the season, batting .511. He has 1 home run and 26 runs batted in.
Let's see what Lake Center's plan here is, if they decide they're going to bunt him over here. Not a real big lead at first.
Yoder from the stretch. Now the pitch. A bunt down the third baseline. Nice bunt, gloved. Thrown by Yoder to first base in time for the out. Nice play by Andre Yoder. It does advance, though. Koblenz to second on the sacrifice.
And that's going to give him 2 shots to drive him in from second base. Let's see if Hiland's defense is able to strand a runner here in the first inning.
Caleb Shelley at the plate, batting from the right side, wearing number 13, the junior shortstop. Shelley is batting .430. He does have 7 home runs and 42 runs batted in. Plenty of power in that 3 slot. Runner at second, 1 down, no score, bottom of the first. Yoder, couple looks at second, now the pitch. Swung on, popped up high in the air towards shallow left field. Looking after it, underneath and making the grab. That's going to be Garrett Monigold, and that's a key out for the Hawks. Now 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, now you got a chance to strand that leadoff base runner. We saw Lake Center play some good defense in the top of the inning and see if Hiland can return the favor.
Nathan Bryant at the plate, cleanup batter batting from the right side, wearing number 49, the senior third baseman. And for Bryant, batting .429, has 4 home runs and 30 runs batted in. 2 down, runner at second base. Andre spins around, he'll look the runner back. Nobody covering that time around.
You know, just being able to keep him just a little bit closer, but Bryant's got some good pops, so your outfield's going to have to play a little bit deeper than normal.
Yoder. Look at second now toward home, and the pitch. Going to be a fastball, pump it in there for a cold strike on the inside corner.
And you like to see that from Andre. He's been ahead in the count. If he can stay low and away, stay away from his power, that'll be a plus.
Gets ahead there, 0-1, now the count to Bryant. Yoder now the pitch. Curveball going to be a swing and a miss in strike 2. Kind of half-hearted swing, kind of checked it and couldn't hold. It goes to 0-2 to Bryant, but a nice curveball that time by Yoder.
Yeah, had him way out front. And you at least show him that pitch and then make him think in the back of his head he's got to kind of guess here a little bit. You're way ahead in the count. You can throw your pitch here. See if you can hit a spot.
And the pitch going to be a high heat swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll do it for the inning. That'll end that threat for Lake Center Christian. As for the Tigers, to get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a run left, and we played 1. It is scoreless. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
If you're looking for the best tires and service in the area, stop by Millersburg Tire Service. When it comes to selection, no one does it better. They've sold 37 brands of passenger, SUV, light truck, heavy duty, and farm tires in the last year, serving Holmes County, all across Ohio, and 11 surrounding states. They even ship nationwide. Add in a knowledgeable staff with over 375 years of combined experience, and you've got everything you need, all in one place. So go with a team that's been serving Holmes County for over 73 years. Millersburg Tire Service, State Route 39, east of Millersburg.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
And we enter into the bottom half of the second inning. It is the top half of the second, I should say. It's a scoreless contest between Hiland and Lake Center Christian. As for the Hawks, it's going to be, for them, the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Jonah Yoder, followed by Andre Yoder, and Mike Miller will be at the plate. Mac Roy alongside John Monigold for today's Division VI State Championship Baseball for Akron. And, of course, the former Canal Park, now called the 717 Credit Union Park, the home of the Akron Rubber Ducks. Here it's a 400 in dead center, 376 in left center field, 375 in right center field, 337 down right field line, and 331 down the left field line. Hawks, of course, sporting their black jerseys and red numerals and white pants. And for Lake Center Christian, the white jerseys and white pants, and got the blue stripes and blue numerals and blue socks as well. At the plate, as I mentioned, Jonah Yoder at the plate to end that first inning when the Tigers got that pick off. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Jonah batting from the right side, wearing number 26, the junior DH. Jonah Yoder batting .408, has 1 home run and 15 runs batted in. The pitch. That's going to be a bit off the mark for a ball. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike to Jonah Yoder. Top of the second, no score for Akron. Here's the line, the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer up the middle. Going to be in the center field, a base hit. Jonah Yoder, it's already the 3rd hit today for the Hawks, and a good way to start off here in inning number 2.
Yeah, Jonah's been swinging a hot bat. Really, this Hiland lineup's kind of been locked in 1 through 9. That's what you need at this time of year. Now, you're kind of in an interesting situation here. Andre's one of your hottest hitters on the team. Do you go ahead and put down a sack bunt here, or let him swing away?
See what they decide to do. Andre Yoder batting from the right side, wearing number 22, the senior pitcher. And for Andre Yoder, batting .465, has 12 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Not showing, but it's going to be a fastball just a bit high, ball 1.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Andre has any sack bunts on the season, so I'd probably let him go ahead and swing away. He's been putting really good at bats.
Go to first base, and a tag applied by the first baseman and Jake Ranieri. But again, we've already seen Grant Coble's excellent move there on the mound.
Yeah, you're going to have to stay a step closer. That last inning, Grady just got off as far as the first baseman, but he was able to sneak behind him.
Here's the pitch. Going to be a fastball. That'll be pumped in there for a strike on the inside corner. Evens it up 1 ball in 1 strike to Andre.
And I really like the Highlands approach here. They're waiting, making him find a zone.
Koblenz. Now the pitch. Curveball swung on the lift of the air toward right field. Going to be making the backhanded grab is second baseman Aaron Zietlow. Looked like he might have a chance there on that blooper toward right, but didn't go back far enough. And nice play by Zietlow to make that catch near the edge of the grass.
Yeah, it looked like Andre just got it off the end of the bat. Wasn't able to get enough of it over his head. To get it over his head, I should say.
Here's Mike Miller batting from the left side, wearing number 13. He's the senior right fielder. And now the pitch to him. Going to be curveball outside, off the plate, ball 1. Lefty against lefty. Mike Miller batting .268, has 16 runs batted in. Of course, had that big RBI triple yesterday.
Big hole on the right side. If he was able to pull a ball on the right side, it would probably get Jonah to third.
Another third of first base, and it'll keep Jonah Yoder close as he dives back to the bag. Lefty against lefty again. Now the pitch. Check swing. It's going to be in there for a strike. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreless game, top of the second inning. Of course, after this game, we'll have the Waynedale Columbus Academy D5 state championship game. We'll be broadcasting that game as well on WKLM. Throw to first base. Again, Yoder dives back to the first base bag on that tag applied by Ranieri.
And Highlands, they're pushing the limit of their lead over there at first base. Koblenz has a good move. Jonah's a little bit closer.
The pitch. Gotta be high inside.
Dead ball.
Hit him. Okay. Inside enough to brush Mike Miller, so free base pass, and the Hawks again have multiple runners on base here in the second inning, just as they did in the first.
And you talk about putting pressure on the defense. This is a good opportunity right here. Logan's got some good speed.
2 runners on and 1 out. No score. Logan Yoder trying to change that. He bats from the right side, wearing number 16, the senior second baseman. Logan Yoder batting 158, has 5 runs batted in, also a home run to go along with that. Here's the pitch. Curveball, that's a nice one. In there for a strike. Hits that one 0-1 count.
Coach Dagas hasn't put the bunt on yet, and Logan, he put a charge into one down there at Beavers Field. Let's see if he can put a good swing on one here again.
Here's the pitch. Gonna be down low that time. Good take on the curve. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And again, you like to see him laying off that curveball, make him throw you something you can get your barrel to. And again, there's a big hole on that right side.
And the pitch. That's high, and the fastball. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike, and the count now into Logan Yoder's favor here. Miller at first. It's Jonah Yoder over at second base.
And Koblenz can reach back. He can hit 85 on the radar gun.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Had some good movement on that pitch, and now goes even at 2-2. Key at bat with 1 out in the second.
Second time Highlands had a runner in scoring position.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll be a big strikeout there. The second strikeout thrown today by Grant Koblenz. And now Isaiah Wagler at the plate, bats from the right side, wearing number 24, the senior shortstop. Wagler at the plate will settle in here for the Hawks, and he's batting .295, has 2 homers and 15 runs batted in. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a nasty curveball. It'll be strike 1. Ball rolled just behind the catcher, Colton Smilik, but he recovered quickly. Keeps the runners at bay at first and second.
And if you're Highland here, you want to try to capitalize early in this game. You don't want to let it get too long with leaving runners on second.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, another curveball. Same result. And count goes to 0-2. Both those curveballs in the dirt, but chased after him.
I'd imagine he's probably going to see a fastball up in the strike zone here. Or they may go right back to that curve again.
Koblenz, now the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer towards second. Going after it and gloving the ball. Throwing the first, going to be in time for the out by second baseman Aaron Zietlow for out number 3. Hawks threaten do not score again to the second as they get 1 hit and no errors and 2 runners left. Through 1.5, a scoreless contest. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM.
With today's market instability, many homeowners are looking to upgrade their existing home rather than buy or build a new one. At Home Siding Contractors, we know choosing the many colors and styles of siding, replacement windows, and doors can be overwhelming. At Home Siding Contractors, we can help make that decision easier. Durability, beauty, and low maintenance over time describes our products the best. Call Home Siding Contractors today at 888-725-6619 and let our professional staff help upgrade your home today.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent. Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
You know what America needs for its 250th birthday?
A giant parade.
Nope, a giant shopping cart full of buy one, get one free deals.
Now that's patriotic. Celebrate 250 years of America with Roadie's IGA. Buy one, get one free sale.
Grab McCafe or Green Mountain K-Cups, IGA tomato soup, Quaker Mini Rice Crisps, Little Dutch Maid's cream cookies, all liquid detergent, and Arm & Hammer toothpaste, all buy one, get one free.
Coffee for the morning, cookies for the afternoon, and toothpaste to cover the evidence.
Celebrate America's 250th, now through Sunday, at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg.
More savings, more groceries, more America.
Home half of the second inning, in first pitch swing, a bouncer foul down the third base side on the swing by Colton Smilek. And at the plate for Lake Center Christian this inning, going to be the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Smilek followed by Braden Myers and Nolan Rush. Andre Yoder's on the mound. No score, bottom of the second. Here's the wind, the pitch by Yoder. Going to be a bit low, going to be ball one. 1 ball in 1 strike. Smilek batting from the right side, wearing number 20, the junior catcher. As for Smilek, he is batting .298, has 2 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Yoder rocks and fires. And the pitch. Going to be a bit low, makes it ball 2, 2 balls and a strike.
Looked like they went back-to-back breaking balls. Expect he's going to go back to that fastball here, make him put it in play.
A little set-up pitch here for this one. We'll see what he goes with. Here's the pitch. Swamby foul back on the fastball, goes to strike 2. 2-2 the count. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold for Division 6 State Championship Baseball from Akron. Live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com, and also live on the YouTube audio link on the WKLM YouTube page. Again, we'll be posting the video stream of this game to the WKLM YouTube page immediately following the contest. That is courtesy of Claxon Communications, so make sure you look for that. And Logan McPeek producing that video stream, and Andrew Dunlap working the camera. Casey Claxon producing today's YouTube audio link. Here's the pitch. Swung on the fly ball toward medium deep left center, going after the ball and making the running grab. Garrett Monigold had a beat on it. He made the catch, and there's now 1 away.
Yeah, right off the bat, you thought that might drop in there, but you got Christian in center and Garrett left and Mike in right.
Hard to get anything by those guys.
Yep, got a good read off the bat.
As they mentioned this week, the no-fly zone out there.
Yeah.
Here's Braden Myers batting from the right side, wearing number 8. He's the senior DH. Yoder stares in. The line and the pitch. Fastball pumped in there for a called strike. Myers at the plate, as mentioned, batting .224. He does have 8 runs batted in. As I mentioned, Melissa Patrick and Robert Albroff back at the studio today. Now the 0-1. Curveball, that's going to be a bit low. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good. Myers is going to be attending Malone University, but my understanding is he probably needs surgery in the offseason, so he's a really good pitcher. He's trying to do his job hitting here.
Here's the pitch. Swung popped up. First base side, right down the line behind the bag. Grady Monaco looking for it. He'll make the catch just on the edge of the outfield grass, and that's out number 2. Well, you'll take that for Andre Yoder. 2 quick outs, and at the plate going to be Nolan Rush. Rush stands in from the left side of the plate, wearing number 0, and the freshman right fielder. As for Rush on the season, he's batting .160 and has 3 runs batted in. 2 down, nobody aboard for Lake Center Christian in a scoreless game. Now the pitch. Swamp fouled off the end of the bat of Rush. It goes to 0-1. Again, Waynedale takes on Columbus Academy for a 1 o'clock Division 5 state championship game. We'll have that game for you as well on WKLM. And, of course, we'll be posting the video stream of that game to the YouTube page right after the game for that also today. Here is the 0-1. Down low, there's going to be ball 1. 1 ball in 1 strike to Rush.
You know, last year in this championship game, it was Andre's cousin, Caden Candu, who came out and threw a gem and kept his team right where they needed to be so they could close it out.
Certainly did. Now the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. And ball 2. 2 balls in 1 strike. And part of playing a game like this is handling the moment. We talked about that. And just as a pitcher especially, to be able to settle in, get a few outs, get a few strikes, that has to be good just for your confidence early on in a game like this.
Yeah, he needs to throw strikes. It's a pretty big field here. He'll get help from his defense.
That pitch will be a grounder towards second. Glove by Logan Yoder. He'll fire it to first base in time for the 4-3 putout. 1-2-3 it goes for the Tigers in the bottom of the second through 2. We are scoreless. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
A remodel or new build is more than just a project. At Kime, we believe these projects mean creating a new play space for your little ones, designing a gathering place to make and share meals, or building an outdoor oasis to relax and recharge. We're here to help you reimagine your space. Our home center in Charm is a one-stop shop for flooring, appliances, kitchens, and so much more. Our team of experts is here to help support you every step of the way. That's the beauty of working with Kime. That's your home reimagined.
Express Power Washing is Northeast Ohio's premier washing and soft washing company. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment and eco-friendly cleaning solution to rejuvenate your home's exterior, roofs, decks, driveways, and more. Home with a 2-year guarantee. If the green comes back, they come back. For more information, call 330-231-4392. That's 330-231-4392.
MEB Systems, the area's flat roof specialist. MEB Systems also offers retrofit solutions for low-slope metal roofs. MEB Systems counts it as a privilege to serve our community and beyond with the highest level of customer service and top-notch workmanship. Let them not only learn your business, but also your trust. When it comes to your roof, trust your local experts who believe if it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333, or visit them online at mbsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year.
No, let's get some runs here.
Half of the third inning in a scoreless contest between Hiland and Lake Center Christian. At the plate for the Hawks going to be the top of the order. Christian Miller followed by Garrett Monigold and Grady Monigold. Hawks thinking just that, trying to get some runs. Here's the pitch. Going to be a bouncer towards second. It'll be gloved. Thrown to first base. Going to be in time for the 4-3 put out by Aaron Zietlow. And there's now quickly one away. Christian Miller is now grounded out to third and second today. Here's Garrett Monigold, who singled back in the first. Hawks certainly have put the pressure on each of the last two innings, just haven't come up with that run.
No, they have not. And like you said, early in the game, you would like to capitalize, but this team, we've seen it.
There's a swing and a miss at a curveball, strike one.
They've been able to do some damage second, third time through the lineup. They're going to have to do that again today.
Koblenz rocks and fires the pitch. Fastball pumped in there for a strike, goes to 0-2. Hiland, no runs on 3 hits. They've left 3 runners on base. Grant Koblenz has struck out a pair, walking nobody. He's hit a batter. And he's thrown 37 pitches. That pitch going to be a bit high. Ball 1-2 the count. No score, top of the third. It's been a good one as expected in the rematch of last year's state title game. The pitch. Curveball, that's a good one. Called, strike 3. And there's now 2 away. Third strikeout thrown today by Grant Koblenz. And he's got that curveball working for him today.
Yes, he does. He painted the outside corner on that pitch.
Here's Grady Monigold, singled back in the first inning.
Looked like that was right at the bottom of the knees.
Tough one to hit there.
Going to have to do some damage here with 2 outs.
The pitch. Down low in the dirt. Good take, though, by Grady. Goes to ball 1. Trying to get a little 2-out magic going here for the Hawks. At the conclusion of today's contest, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game. That player receives a gift certificate for a small one-topping pizza from Table Rock Pizza in Berlin. That pitch will be a chopper foul down the first base side. Evens it up 1 ball, 1 strike. Give them a call, 330-449-9955, or visit them on the web at tablerockpizza.com. Koblenz rocks and fires the pitch. Fastball paints the outside corner for a strike, goes to 1-2. 2 down, nobody aboard on the top of the third. Time is called by Grady. See if you can kind of disrupt the rhythm a little bit of Grant Koblenz. And he'll step back in there. The line, the pitch. Going to be a bit outside for ball 2 that time with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Hiland had 2 chances there the first 2 innings and came up empty.
The pitch. Swampy a bouncer towards second, going to be in the right field base hit. Grady Monigold sharply hit right past the diving second baseman Aaron Zietlow, and Grady Monigold his second hit today. That comes with 2 outs, and now Griffin Monigold, who struck out looking his first time up, he's at the plate.
Yeah, Grady didn't try to do too much with that ball, just put a nice smooth swing on it. See if Hiland's able to get him over to second, get him into scoring position.
Who's going to strike first? We'll see. The Hawks have had some chances. Have not gotten the run across the board yet, but of course, Lake Center Christian can say the same thing here as far as the Tigers are concerned. No score so far. Here's Griffin Monigold at the plate. The pitch. It'll be a bit inside and ball 1. Cloudy skies overhead right now. Dry conditions here in Akron. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up. High in the air. Near the edge of the outfield grass in right field, looking for it, making the catch. That'll be second baseman Aaron Zietlow for out number 3. Hawks get no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. A runner left, and through 2.5, it's a scoreless game. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you know you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
This is Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. I have partnered with Buckeye Insurance Group to provide our customers with insurance coverage at competitive rates, backed by outstanding service. If you would like a no-obligation review of your farm, home, or auto insurance, see me, Jeff Allison at Burgett Insurance. Buckeye Insurance Group and Burgett Insurance, working together to protect you.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights. Bottom half of the third, no score between Hiland and Lake Center Christian. And at the plate in this inning is going to be the 8-9-1 batters for the Tigers. It'll be Paul Dussel, followed by Aaron Zietlow, and then the top of the order. And for Paul Dussel, he'll stand in from the right side, wearing number 2. He's the sophomore left fielder. And for Dussel, he'll come to the plate here. Dussel batting .297 and has 11 runs batted in. Andre Yoder on the mound. Here's the wind, the pitch here in the bottom half of the third. The wind and the throw. It's going to be a bit low. It's going to be ball 1. Dussel batting from the right side, wearing number 2, the sophomore left fielder. Lake Center Christian so far with no runs through 2 innings. And they've gotten 1 hit. Here is the pitch. That's high. Got away from him that time on that throw. Goes to 2-0. 1 hit and also 1 runner left on base so far through 2 for Lake Center Christian. Andre Yoder has struck out a batter. He's walked nobody so far. Here's the wind of the pitch. So it'll be popped up high in the air. Down the left field line, near behind the third base line, going to be dropping the balls to shortstop, Isaiah Wagler. A little high pop up, and kind of tailed in that wind behind the third base bag and unable to hold on to it. And it'll be on board at first base on the air is Paul Dussel.
Yeah, and I expect now you're going to see a sack bunt here. Try to get him to the second base with the top of the order coming up.
Aaron Zietlow at the plate, batting from the right side, wearing number 18, the freshman second baseman. Batting .200, has 4 runs batted in.
If you're Lake Center, you see if you can capitalize on that mistake.
Here's the pitch. Shows high, should bunt, the high pitch through to first base.
He's out.
Play, and it'll be in time. What a throw by Griffin Monigold. He guns him out.
Well, he had to get a big lead. He was trying to get the second base on that bunt, but what a throw by Griffin and a better tag by Grady.
Let's go down Jake's side. Jake heads the play by Griffin to get that out on the tag.
Yeah, just a fantastic throw down the line. Grady able to get the backhand on there. Got him in the face, so not the best tag in the world, but you get the out. That's huge for the Hawks.
Here's the wind, the 1-0. So I'm going to be fouled back in 1 ball, 1 strike, and good job getting the out and kind of picking up a teammate there. And the Hawks erase the bases right now. 1 out, nobody aboard.
Well, we saw Lake Center make a good play to do that to Hiland, and Hiland just returned the favor.
Here's the pitch. Going to be a curveball down low. It's ball 2, 2-1. The count to Zietlow.
And I like that Andre's still showing him that curveball. You don't necessarily have to throw it for a strike. See if you can get him to swing over top. But it changes their eye level, keeps them off your fastball.
And the pitch. That's way high. That time got away from him, goes to ball 3, 3-1 the count. Stay tuned later on tonight for High School Scoreboard on WKLM. It's brought to you by Rody's IGA Marketplace. 0-0 the score in the Division 6 state championship game for Akron. Yoder stares in, Roxon fires. And the pitch. So going to be popped up toward medium deep center. Underneath, that'll be Christian Mullet. He'll make the catch. And there's now 2 down in the inning. And out to the top of the order, Grant Koblenz, who singled back in the first.
That's what you like to do. If you can get to the top of the order with 2 outs. That pickoff was huge because they were going to put down a bunt. The runner just got off of first base too far, and Griffin made him pay.
Changes the whole complexion of the inning.
Absolutely does.
Yoder. Now the pitch. So going to be a fly ball. Down the right field line. Hit deep. Going after Mike Miller. It's going to be against the fence to second base. That's Grant Koblenz. He'll be there with the 2-out double, and that's his second hit today.
Yeah, he gave that ball a ride.
Well, again, great hit by Koblenz, but that goes back to what we were just talking about. That makes that pickoff throw that much bigger by Griffin Monigold.
Yeah, now you got to do some work here. You got 2, 3, 4. See if Hiland can leave that runner at second base. He put a charge into that ball.
8th double on the season for Grant Koblenz. Luke Heckert, he had a sacrifice bunt in the first. Runner at second, 2 down. 0-0 the score. Home half of the third. Yoder from the stretch. Long stare towards second. Now toward home. Now the pitch. Going to be a fastball, going to be just outside for a ball. Hiland came in with that record of 25-4. They've won 18 of their last 19 and 6 in a row. The Tigers, 24-4. They've won 10 straight.
And you can kind of pitch him careful here. You got first base open. Granted, you got a good hitter on deck, but don't throw him something right down the middle.
That base is going to be just off the mark for a ball. 2-0 count. Good throw, but just a bit outside.
Yep, that was a pretty good take right there. Good spot. I'd try to stay outside there again.
Yoder. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside, ball 3. 3-0 count now to Heckert. For Shelley on deck.
And he's a pretty good hitter too,
yes.
So you kind of got to pick your poison here a little bit. But like I said, with first base open, you can throw your pitch. I wouldn't just groove one to him here.
And the pitch. That's high outside, ball for the walk him on 4 pitches. First walk thrown today by Andre Yoder. Now at the plate with 2 runners aboard and 2 down. Caleb Shelley, who flew out the left in his first at bat. And as you mentioned, Shelley, as we mentioned earlier, has been outstanding offensively this year. 7 home runs, 42 RBIs. Hawks trying to get that final out of the inning. Heckert at first and Koblenz at second base. Good speed on the bases. Throw to second base. Close play on the tag. Going to be a close play, but not in time. That time it was Yoder who came in to cover and make that tag. It was close, but he got back there. Yoder. Now with the pitch. Swung on foul to the backstop. goes to 0-1. Now the Shelley. And again, in a situation here where you got to keep locating, right? You can't just groove one.
You don't want to just groove one here. Keep trying to hit your spots. Looked like that might have been a breaking ball.
Runners get their leads. And Yoder now the pitch. That's high, and it hit the batter. So it'll be bases loaded. We've seen a couple of balls here in this inning kind of get away from Andre with some high pitches that happened there as well. And now all of a sudden, bases are juiced with 2 down.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted to have happen there because you really don't have anywhere to put him now.
Nathan Bryant at the plate. He struck out this first time up. Bryant, as we mentioned before, though, 4 homers, 30 RBIs on the year. Bases are loaded, 2 down. Yoder now the pitch. It's going to be a chopper. In front of home plate, glove by Griffin. Steps on the home plate, that'll do it. The third out of the inning, Griffin Monigold. Well, he was on top of that ball right away.
Got him out front on his front foot, and he just topped it right off the top of the plate, and Griffin caught it before he could get foul.
We'll see, if he doesn't get that quickly, it's a foul ball, right? So he got that quickly, kept it fair, stepped on home plate, and that'll do it for the inning. How about that? The Hawks will take that. Lake Center Christian does not get a run in this third inning. They get also 1 hit and also an error and 3 runners left. Through 3, we are scoreless. This is State Championship Baseball on KLM.
Since 1975, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has been an industry pioneer in real estate at auction. This is Anthony Kaufman. Some companies come and go, and some experience ownership changes, but Dave Kaufman has owned and overseen every aspect of his company. During that time, Kaufman Realty and Auctions has grown and expanded to meet increasing customer needs while always staying on the cutting edge of technology and giving back to the community. Rooted in tradition, growing through innovation, we are Kaufman Realty and Auctions in Millersburg, Sugar Creek, New Philadelphia, Cambridge, and at kaufmanrealty.com.
The future of your heavy equipment or truck driving career begins at Buckeye Career Center. Our adult education heavy equipment CDLA students learn to operate several pieces of equipment while also earning a Class A operator's license. And remember, we offer CDLA and B training at the American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center. Learn more about any of our adult education offerings, financial aid opportunities, and more by visiting us online at buckeyecareercenter.org.
At Beaches, we're about keeping you safe and on the road. We believe in building lasting relationships through a trustworthy service. Our team cares about delivering quality every time. We offer auto, diesel, heavy-duty, and tire services. Our Winesburg location is open 7 a.m. to midnight, located at 2653 US 62. Call Winesburg at 330-359-5421. Our Berlin location is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 5979 County Road 201. Call Berlin at 330-674-6970. Explore our full range of services and easily schedule your next appointment at beaches.com.
Top of the 4th inning, scoreless contest between Hiland and Lake Center Christian in the Division 6 State Championship game. At the plate for Hiland is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Before we get to that, let's go on the field now to Jake Seidel.
Oh, thanks, Matt. We take a look at this score here. No surprise we have a close game. These two teams are familiar with each other, but not just that, they're familiar to playing each other here at 717 Credit Union Park. Of course, a tournament game a year ago, but John and I came out here and called a game between these two squads in the regular season a couple of years ago. So no surprise that these two teams kind of know what to expect from each other early on in this one.
Yeah, kind of a rivalry of sorts, I guess you could say. Obviously not for the same conference, but with the big games they played against each other the last few years, as you mentioned, Jake, these two teams know each other very well. The pitch going to be inside, ball 1. Jonah Yoder at the plate. Of course, he had a single to lead off the second inning. Jonah followed by Andre Yoder and Mike Miller in this inning. No score, top of the 4th inning. Grant Koblenz rocks and fires the pitch. Curveball, that's going to be a nice one on the inside corner for a called strike. Hiland no runs, 4 hits. They left 4 runners on base. Koblenz, he's struck out 3, walking nobody. He's hit a batter. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a curveball. Going to be just off the mark for a ball. 2-1 the count. He's thrown 48 pitches so far.
And again, Hiland's had, for the most part, a really good approach.
Here's the pitch. Going to be just a bit inside. It's ball 3, 3-1 count, and the count in Yoder's favor here to open up the fourth.
What a huge play there to end that inning.
The pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward short. That'll be gloved by Shelley. Throws to first base in time for out number 1.
And you keep looking back to early in the game when Hiland had runners at second base and they left them out there. Those are golden opportunities, especially against a good pitcher like that. You're going to have to scrape something together here to get a run across the board.
Andre Yoder at the plate. He popped out the second in his first at bat. As Koblenz stares in, here's the wind in the pitch. Going to be a called strike on the inside corner. And we talked about pitching and the offense, and both teams have that, but also the defense. And we've mentioned that to get to this point, you got to have a really good defense. And here's the 0-1 by Koblenz. It's going to be swung on and fouled back. And both teams can see that today. They made some really key defensive plays to keep this a scoreless game up to this point.
Yeah, you got to figure runs are going to be at a premium, so keep putting quality at bats together, and something good's eventually going to happen.
The pitch. So going to be a bouncer up the middle in the center field, a base hit right on cue. An 0-2 pitch looked like a curveball. He kind of hung that a little bit too much, and Yoder, he jumped on top of it.
Yeah, he just kind of threw his bat out there at it and got the barrel on it. Now let's see if Mike's able to capitalize here.
Runner on and 1 out. Top of the fourth. There's no score. At the plate, Mike Miller. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Koblenz down the pitch. That'll be inside, ball 1. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold. Melissa Patrick, Robert Yarbrough back at the studio. We also have the live YouTube audio link on the WKLM YouTube page. That pitch going to be a bit low for a ball, 2-0 count. And Casey Claxon producing that. We're also going to be posting the video stream of this game to the WKLM YouTube page after this game is over with, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Logan McPeek producing that, and Andrew Dunlap working the camera. That pitch going to be a check swing, going to be a called strike on the inside corner. Got that call, goes to 2-1.
Looked like that might have been belt high, maybe a little bit above the belt.
Yeah, the scoreboard has 3-0, but he pumped his fist, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Everybody else thought it was a ball. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high. And it will be, instead of ball 4, it's a 3-1 count.
And if you're Hiland, you just want to keep putting pressure on Lake Center. Eventually, you're going to break through. And if you're Mike, you're looking for a fastball that you can drive.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be a cold strike on the outside corner of the fastball. Full count now to Mike Miller. He'll step out of the batter's box. Restrap that batter's glove. He'll get back in there. Full count. Now the payoff pitch. High. That's going to be ball 4. That'll walk him. And the Hawks now have something brewing here. 2 runners aboard and just 1 away. We've said that a couple of times here today. Can they come through now in the bottom half of their order? First walk issued by Koblenz. At the plate, Logan Yoder, who struck out swinging in his first at bat.
Yeah, you got to love the approach so far by Hiland. You're just a base hit away from giving yourself a lead. You look at those 5 hits, you would think you would have a run by now, but that's not the case. And like we said, it just takes that 1 hit to get things rolling, and then everybody can breathe a little bit easier, and a little bit of the pressure comes off. Let's see. You know, Logan had a huge hit last year off of Grant Koblenz. Let's see if he can come up with another one.
2 runners aboard, 1 down, no score. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, nice curveball. He's gone to that curveball when he's gotten some big jams, and he got it over again, an 0-1 count to Yoder.
And the runners here, you got to be heads up. He keeps throwing that curveball. You got to watch for that pass ball or wild pitch.
Koblenz to pitch. Going to be outside, ball 1. And you can see with Hiland, yeah, they haven't scored yet, but they've been putting the pressure on. And at some point, I mean, how much can you take on the pitching side of things when you keep putting that pressure and applying that pressure? Eventually, something's got to break through.
Well, we can hope.
Hawks are hoping that's going to happen this inning. Here's the pitch. That'll be a bit low. Make it ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Logan Yoder.
And they're making him work. He's up to 62 pitches here in the 4th. He's had to work to get through 4 innings.
Here's the pitch. Way outside. That's going to be ball 3, and that count really now in Yoder's favor.
Yeah, I imagine Logan, he's probably just going to go ahead and take here.
Kind of got to wait for that curveball after that first pitch. Probably not going to see it here, I would not think. Koblitz now the pitch. So popped up high in the air to shallow right field. Looking at it underneath and making the catch, Nolan Rush, and they'll keep the runners at bay at first and second on the pop out to shallow right.
And it's going to take a 2-out base hit again. Like you said, if you're Hiland, Lake Center had a couple opportunities. Highlands had a couple opportunities, just neither team's able to get that big hit. See if Isaiah's able to come through.
Isaiah Wagler, he's come through a lot throughout the year in that 9 slot. See what he can do here. He grounded out to second in his first at bat. Miller at first, Yoder's at second, 2 down. Sun kind of peeking through those clouds a little bit. Here's the pitch. Going to be a bit outside in ball 1. I think Jacobus has to work. He's had to work from behind in the count to a lot of batters in this inning.
Yeah, and Highlands, for the most part, done a pretty good job laying off that curveball.
Here's the pitch. That'll be a curveball in there for a called strike. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike to Wagler.
And if you're Isaiah here, just shorten up a little bit and hit a ball. I mean, the outfield's playing really deep. You get something over the infield, it's going to drop.
Koblitz the pitch. That's high. And ball 2 in the fastball. 2-1 count now to Wagler.
If you're Isaiah here, look for that fastball.
Hawks trying to break the scoreless tie in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's going to catch the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch there by Koblitz. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Wagler.
And I'd be really surprised if he doesn't come back with that curveball. It's his best pitch, and this is a situation where you want to throw your best pitch.
Koblitz, couple of checks. Now the pitch. Curveball going to be in the dirt, though. Nice stop by catcher in
Isaiah saw that was ball 4. Yeah, one more pitch, buddy.
So either he's wrong or I'm wrong, but it is ball 3. So a full count to Wagler, but a great stop by Smiler on the pitch in the dirt. Otherwise, runners will be already at second and third.
And the one thing now is these runners are going to be moving. Isaiah just needs to put a ball in play. Make contact here.
And Koblitz will take his foot off the rubber.
That curveball's been his best pitch. I'd be kind of surprised if he doesn't throw another one here.
Here's the payoff. So I'll be a bouncer toward first base. It'll be gloved by Ranieri. He'll step on the first base bag, and that'll do it here for the top of the 4th. The Hawks threaten again, but they do not score. With 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. Through 3.5, we are scoreless. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Give your home the protection it deserves with Cedar Max Super Polymer Insulated Siding from MRV Siding Supply. Cedar Max by Provia delivers outstanding performance inside and out, all in a variety of beautiful colors. Backed by a lifetime limited warranty, Cedar Max keeps your home looking great for years to come. Stop by MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now through July 6th, everyone qualifies for Ford employee pricing at Village Motors in Millersburg. This is Deke Miller, and during Ford's American Value for American Values event, you pay the same price Ford employees receive on most 2026 Ford vehicles. That means big savings on popular models like the F-150, Ford Explorer, Bronco, Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Super Duty. No employee badge, no special credentials, no haggling. Just straightforward savings for everyone. Don't wait. Ford employee pricing ends July 6th at Village Motors in Millersburg. Village Motors, where value drives home.
Home half of the 4th inning, no score between Hiland and Lake Center Christian. At the plate for the Tigers, going to be the top of the order. Actually, since I flip my sheet here, it'll be for them. It's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 batters, rather. Colton Smilik, followed by Braden Myers, then Jacob Ranieri. And Andre Yoder remains on the mound for the Highland Hawks team. And reminder also that the Killbuck Savings Bank is proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope that you all knock it out of the park. That is the Killbuck Savings Bank.
Hey, Matt, real quick, looks like there's some action in the bullpen from the Lake Center Christian Tigers. They just sent a pitcher and a catcher out there to get warmed up.
All right, here's the wind in the pitch. That's the voice of Jake Seidel. That pitch going to be down low, ball one. Smilek threw out the left in his first at bat. And look at Grant Koblenz, who's been pitching. He's up to 71 pitches thrown today. Of course, he threw a little bit yesterday as well. I think 26 pitches yesterday. That pitch going to be a bit high. Make it ball 2-2-0 count as the Smilek.
And if you're Andre here, you want to attack bottom half of this Lake Center order. You don't want to give him any free base runners.
Yoder, now the pitch. Going to be a bit outside. Ball 3-0 count to start things off the Smilek. No runs and 2 hits for the Tigers. They've left 4 runners on base. Yoder has struck out 1. He's walked a batter and he's hit a batter. He's thrown 37, make it 38 pitches for the game. Now the pitch. Curveball going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. Goes to 3-1. Now to Smilek.
Number 13 looks like Caleb Shelley is warming up for Lake Center.
Of course, he pitched some yesterday as well. The pitch. That's high inside. That hit him. That's the second batter that Yoder has hit today. Of course, it would have been ball 4 if it didn't hit him. So he'll take his base. Leadoff batter is aboard. And at the plate going to be Braden Myers, who popped out the first in his first at bat.
And again, we've seen Lake Center playing for that 1 run. I imagine Myers is probably going to be laying down a bunt here.
Hobron's Insurance, located at 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. For a quote on your auto, home, farm, business, life, health, and annuity needs, call Hobron's Insurance, 800-340-3767. Here's the pitch. That's high inside, went off the mitt of catcher Griffin Monigold. That'll be a pass ball, allows Smilek to advance over to second base. And a 1-0 count now to Myers. So runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Tigers.
And now I really think you're going to see him bunt him to third, because then any ball put in play will score him.
Yoder collects himself. He'll step back on. Smilek leads off at second. Here's the pitch. Inside, that's going to be ball 2. 2-0 count out of Myers. So now if you're Andre Yoder, you got to kind of regain that command.
Yeah, you do. He was pounding the strike zone earlier in the game. We're going to give it a visit from Coach Wagler here. See if he can come out and settle him down. See if Andre can find that strike zone.
Good time to go out there and do it. Coach Wagler, of course, key part of this Hiland coaching staff for sure. But for this game here, it's been back and forth all game long. And really, one of the things also, we talk about the defense, but the pitchers have done a good job in these kind of crucial moments coming through and getting the key out here. But obviously, again, you got the Lake Center Christian kind of putting some pressure on in this bottom of the 4th inning. Now it's a matter of how you handle that.
Yeah, a lot of times you get that guy on second base with nobody out. It's really tough to keep him from scoring. But you're going to have to trust your defense here and see if we can get the bottom of this order out.
All right, discussion is over. See if Andre can get locked back in. Runner at second and nobody out. 2-0 count to Braden Myers. Myers steps back into the batter's box. Yoder look at second. And the pitch. Swingman bouncer toward short, charged after by Wagler, gloves it, throws to first base, going to be in time for out number 1, but it does allow Smilek to advance over to third base.
Yeah, that's just as good as a bunt. And now if you're Hiland here, I imagine you're going to bring that infield in.
And they are doing just that.
Try to keep that runner at third.
Jacob Ranieri at the plate. He grounded out to second in his first at bat. Runner at third and 1 down. And the Tigers, their best opportunity today to trying to get a run across the board. Well, you'd love to have a strikeout here.
Yeah, Andre's only got 1 strikeout on the day. Be a big time for another one.
Run the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a bit outside. Ball 1 to Ranieri. Smilek a third, one down. Yoder. Now the pitch. Swung on a miss and a curveball in the dirt. Nice stop by Griffin Monigold. That's going to be strike one.
Did a good job to get his glove on it, or that would have been a run.
Absolutely. 1-1 count. You can't be afraid to throw your curveball in this situation, obviously.
No, you can't eliminate that pitch. You at least got to show it to him.
Trust that catcher. Griffin, good stop.
And if you're Lake Center here, do you just send this runner on contact? It's a good possibility.
Shows bunt. He'll bunt it. Squeeze. Down the third base line, but it goes foul. Goes to 1-2 to Ranieri. Well, they went for it, but not able to put that ball in fair territory.
Now, if you're Andre here, you got a chance to get a put out or a strikeout here. That would be huge if you could get him out. Then your infield will be able to move back.
Yoder.
And you're way ahead in the count here. You can throw something off the plate outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Ranieri. Here's the pitch. High heat, he lays off it.
Good pitch, but a better take. That one might have been just a little bit too high to get him to offer at it.
Infield remains up. And Yoder now the pitch. Swami bounces towards second. It'll be scooped by Yoder. Bobbles it, can't make the throw, and everybody's going to be safe. In his glove, couldn't hold on to it. And charging toward home, scoring Colton Smilek. Safe at first is Ranieri, and it's 1-0 Lake Center Christian.
Well, Matt, I think that ball just got underneath his glove as he was charging it. He knocked it down, but was not going to have a chance to pick it up and try to get the runner at home.
They'll be charged in air, but that's part of the risk of you obviously have to bring your infield up. They had an opportunity to get that. They just couldn't. He was trying to make a quick play, obviously, to get that guy at home plate. But high in the air, near the man, going to be a diving grab. I believe, no, it hit the dirt through the first base. He'll double off the runner, so he did catch it. Damon Schroyer, what a play. Doubles off the runner at first base. What a play by Damon Schroyer.
Yeah, that ball was over Andre's head, but Damon came sliding in there and caught it, and heads up play, throwing him out at first. Lake Center does get on the board. Hiland's going to have to score at least one run anyway.
Through 4, it is Lake Center Christian 1, Hiland 0. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
Make sure your Medicare open enrollment plan allows you to receive the pharmacy service you deserve. This is Joel Gauss from Premier Pharmacy, and did you know that Medicare prescription plans are constantly changing from one year to the next? More and more plans are increasing copays or trying to force you into using their plan-owned mail-order pharmacies. Let us help you prepare for the upcoming year by scheduling a consultation with one of our expert team members, or tell your current insurance expert to make sure your plan allows you to get your prescriptions at one of our local Premier Pharmacy locations in Berlin, Millersburg, and now also in downtown Sugar Creek. Thank you for allowing us to be your local, hometown, independent pharmacy.
When you're thinking of an old-fashioned smokehouse flavor, think Sugar Valley Meats. They cure their own ham and bacon, and the old-fashioned smokehouse uses hickory, apple, and sassafras. Processing, curing, and custom butchering are available, cut to your specifications. Stop in and see all the products that they offer. That's Sugar Valley Meats on Dutch Valley Drive in Sugar Creek. Turn left at the light, and Sugar Valley Meats is 1/4 mile on the right. Call today, 330-852-4423.
Top half of the 5th inning, a scoreless game. Actually, a 1-0 lead shirt, I should say, now for Lake Center Christian. They got that run, of course, in the bottom of the 4th. So 1-0 Lake Center Christian at the plate for the Hawks in the top of the 5th. That's going to be the top of the order. Christian Mullins followed by Garrett Monigold. And then Grady Monigold will be at the plate. At the conclusion of today's contest, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game, located in downtown Berlin. Give them a call, 330-449-9955, or visit them on the web at TableRockPizza.com. That player receives a gift certificate for a small one-topping pizza at Table Rock Pizza. Well, 1-0 Lake Center Christian, but you have a great line up here at the plate here in this top of the fifth, John, and try and answer that run here for the Hawks.
And we talked about it, they've had their opportunities early in the game here, and you got to feel like you're only going to get so many of those opportunities to score. But, we talk about momentum. That was a huge play by Damon. Let's see if that kind of gets the offense rolling here a little bit.
Here's the wind of the pitch. It's going to be on the outside corner. It's going to be a called strike, 0-1 count to Christian Mulla. 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts to third and the second base today. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike on the inside corner. 0-2 count to Mulla. Hiland, no runs. They've gotten now 5 hits for the contest. The pitch, curveball in the dirt for a ball. And they've left 6 runners on base today. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christian Mulla. Koblenz has struck out 3. He's walked a batter. He's hit a batter. And he's thrown 74 pitches.
If you're Hiland here, you'd like to get that leadoff guy on.
And the pitch. And it'll be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Grant Koblenz's 4th strikeout thrown today. That one was looking. So 1 down, nobody aboard for the Hawks, down 1-0 in the top of the 5th. Garrett Monigold at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with the strikeout. Well, the Hawks have been good with that late offense all year and all throughout that this postseason. They'll have to do it again. Koblenz, now the pitch. That'll be a bit inside, ball 1.
If you're Garrett here, you're just trying to get on base any way you can right here. Try to set the table for the middle of this lineup.
Koblenz down the second offering. A curveball that's in there for a strike. And as you mentioned yesterday, a lot of times it starts with one guy. One guy that kind of sparked that, and we saw that happen with Garrett yesterday.
Yep. And so far, Hiland's had plenty of base runners. They just haven't been able to capitalize.
The pitch. So I'm going to be fouled back. Nice swing. Just behind it goes to 1-2. One nothing the score. 1 unearned run so far for the Tigers has been the difference. Koblenz down the pitch. So I'm going to be fouled straight back. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Garrett's got to shorten up here, and like we said, just put that ball in play. Keep working.
We saw yesterday that 4th, there's a lot of quality at bats. We know, of course, Andre, his long at bat with all the foul balls, just keep fouling them off, trying to find something you can drive. Here's the pitch. So I'll be fouled back again. He fights off a tough pitch. Does Garrett Monigold? He'll stay alive.
And it would be really huge if he could get on base in front of his brothers. Give him a chance to drive him in, get this thing tied up, but he's got to battle a really good pitcher right here.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back Ks to begin the inning. Grant Koblenz, that's his 5th strikeout thrown today.
Yeah, it looked like he might have threw a curveball way up in the zone. I'm not sure if that's where he intended that pitch to be, but it did the job.
Had him out in front a little bit on that swing. Here's Grady Monigold. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today. Does have those 11 homers. Here's the wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss and a curveball, strike 1.
Yeah, I think he was trying to tie it up here with one swing, but outfield is really deep. It's going to be hard for him to get a double.
So I'm going to be fly ball towards shallow center field. Underneath is the shortstop making the grab. That's Caleb Michelli, and that's the 3rd out. The Hawks go down in order in the top of the 5th through 4.5. Lake Center Christian 1, Hiland nothing. This is State Championship Baseball on WKLM. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community.
This is Mose Beachy. I'm an independent Beamer partner. In 2004, I was paralyzed due to an industrial accident and lived in great discomfort with left calf, cold feet, and no feeling in toes. I was introduced to Beamer in 2016 as a FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that enhances oxygen delivery and removal of carbon dioxide, local blood flow and circulation, muscle performance, strength, conditioning, and recovery. For service, sales, and rental, call Mose at 330-231-8010 or log on to alife.beamergroup.com. That is alife.bemergroup.com.
Some call it over-planning. At Millersburg Electric, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Team up with Millersburg Electric and Generac today to schedule your free in-home consultation and a turnkey generator install. Call or visit millersburgelectric.com and be ready for the next power outage.
Home half of the fifth. It's a 1-0 Lake Center Christian lead at the plate for the Tigers. Going to be the 9-1-2 batters, Aaron Zietlow, followed by the top of the order, Grant Koblenz and Luke Hecker. Zietlow, he flew out the center field in his first at bat. Andre Yoder remains on the mound for the Hawks in this bottom of the fifth. 1-0 Lake Center Christian. Back right alongside John Monigold with the call. Here's the pitch. High. It's going to be ball one. The Tigers scoring that one unearned run that last inning. That's been the difference so far today. They've gotten just the 2 hits, and they've left 4 runners on base. Yoder into his motion again, the pitch. That's high inside. 2 pitches way off the strike zone, and it's going to be a 2-0 count. Yoder has struck out 1. He's walked a batter. He's hit 2 batters. And now up to 51 pitches thrown today.
And like we said, this is the bottom of the order here. You can't walk this guy. Got to force him to swing the bat.
Here's the pitch. That'll be down low. Ball 3. 3-0 count now to Zietlow. Yoder, of course, he's been outstanding all year. He's pitched well again today. Keeps just a 1-0 score. That pitch going to be high for ball 4, but at the same token, we know Hiland has a deep rotation, so if they have to go to somebody, they're certainly capable of doing that.
Yeah, and this is a guy up at the plate here. He's showing that he's pretty dangerous. He's hit the ball hard twice. And let's see, we've seen Lake Center playing for 1 run. Let's see if they try to lay down a bunt here.
Grant Koblenz at the plate. As you mentioned, he has swung the bat well. Here's the pitch. Bounces in there, goes to the backstop. Kind of spiked that ball into the second base with a wild pitch is Aaron Zietlow.
And now you don't have to worry about bunting. Not much Griffin could do about that ball. It hit way out in front of the plate.
So runner at second, 1-0 count to Grant Koblenz at the top of the order. He's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Yoder look at second. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a fly ball toward right field. Going back is Mike Miller. Is going to be making a running grab. Mike Miller tagging for second, going to third will be Aaron Zietlow. So nice running grab by Miller. Looked like it might go over his head initially, but he was able to run it down. But it does advance the runner to third base.
Yeah, he put another good swing on it. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times today. And now you look, infield's got to be in again. Can't really afford to give up another run here. You want to keep this game at 1 run.
Runner at third, 1 out. Luke Hecker at the plate. He's had a sac bunt and a walk today. So no official at bat for him as he stands in. Infield in, as John mentioned. Now the pitch. That'll be fastball outside, ball 1. Stay tuned later on tonight for High School Scoreboard on WKLM. And it's brought to you by Rody's IGA Marketplace. 1 out, runner at third. 1-0 Lake Center Christian applying the pressure again. Here's the pitch. Going to be down low in the dirt. Good take, goes to ball 2. 2-0 count now to Heckert. Melway Paving Company, a well-known asphalt paving contractor for homes in surrounding counties since 1964. Here's the pitch. It's going to be driven right field, base hit, that'll score a run. Scoring will be Aaron Zietlow and an RBI single by Luke Heckert. And now a 2-0 Lake Center Christian lead. He stayed back on a 2-0 offering.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it again, and then you go back to that wild pitch. It hit way out in front of the plate. It put that runner in the scoring position, and you didn't have to worry about trying to bunt him over. And so far, the Lake Center's got 3 hits, but they've made the most of them.
They have. Now Caleb Shelley stands in. Throw to first base. Good move, but back there sliding is Hecker. Shelley 0 for 1 with a fly out to left and has been hit by a pitch. 2-0 Tigers in the bottom of the 5th. Now the pitch runner going. High for a ball. Throw to second base. Is going to be a close play. Going to be a tag applied. Not in time. And the tag applied by Logan Yoder. He thought he had him, but it'll be a stolen base, says the umpire for Heckert.
Yeah, that was bang, bang. That throw was right on the base.
So that was a ball, so a 1-0 count to Shelley. Runner back in the scoring position for Lake Center Christian, getting aggressive on the bases. Yoder now the pitch. So I'll be popped up first base side, foul territory, goes back down near the backstop for a foul ball, and a strike 1-1 count to Caleb Shelley.
And it's one of those things, Highlands have base runners, but they just haven't been able to get any momentum. If they would have been able to knock one of those runs in early in this game, it changes the whole complexion. But Lake Center, they've hung around. Yeah, they've only got 3 hits. But like I said, they've made the most of them, and then they got another run out there at second. It's really crucial right now if you're Highland not to let that runner second come around and score. You want to keep it 2-zip.
Here's the pitch. Curveball down low, good hold by the batter, Caleb Shelley. He wanted to swing at it, but he doesn't. He goes to 2-1. Yoder trying to gut it out here through this 5th inning again. Hecker leads off at second. Here's the pitch. So I'm going to be popped up straight back, going to be out of play. And goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 run in each of the last 2 innings for Lake Center Christian has been the difference so far. As you mentioned, John, still 2 more innings to go, and if you like 2-0, that's certainly doable for this Highland offense.
It is, but like I said, you want to keep yourselves in striking distance.
That's the line, then the left field line, but it'll be a foul into the seats. You're probably wanting to stay away from whatever that pitch was there, this next pitch. He got a hold of that one just a bit out in front.
And Caleb Shelley, he's a pretty good player.
Yes.
Good hitter here. Try to execute, hit a spot.
And Yoder spins around. He'll look the runner back at second base, and Luke Heckert. Heckert, 27 stolen bases of the year, so a lot of speed. As we saw that swung on line to left field, it's going to be caught by Garrett Monigold. Throws a second and throws it off air, and it'll be a nice backup by Grady Monigold behind him. But Garrett Monigold able to make that grab. That ball's hit well, but Monigold right there, and it's the second out of the inning.
And you kind of look at these games, and sometimes you got to play small ball to win them, and that's exactly what Lake Center's been able to do. They've been able to just put enough pressure on Highland, and somehow they've got 2 runs out of it, and it'll be huge here if we can keep this runner on second.
Nathan Bryant at the plate. Pitch going to be swung a bouncer toward third. Backhand grab by Damon Troyer. Fires to first base, going to be in time for the out. What a play by Damon Troyer.
Absolutely, what a play. Damon's made a couple great plays on defense here. Okay, offense, let's get going. Can't wait any longer.
1 run scores for the Tigers, and through 5, 2-0 Lake Center Christian. This is state championship baseball and WKLM.
Other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course. At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
There may be other choices out there, but when it comes to tires and service, there's really only one place to go. Millersburg Tire Service. In business for over 73 years, it's not just about the prices, it's about the people and the service. That's why service is in their name. They started back in 1953 from humble beginnings, and today they continue serving homes in the surrounding counties with a beautiful showroom, modern facilities, and even a front porch where you're always welcome. They treat people the way you want to be treated. With all that, there's no reason to go anywhere else. Millersburg Tire Service, located on State Route 39, east of Millersburg.
Biker Sand and Gravel, serving the central Ohio area of Wayne and Holmes County since 1935. They are a name and business you can trust. Their products and services include ready-mix concrete, excavating, limestone, sand and gravel, and hauling services. They are locally owned and operated, insured and bonded, and most importantly, ready to serve you. For more information, call 330-674-0038.
Top of the sixth inning, 2-0 lead now for Lake Center Christian. At the plate for Hiland is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Griffin and Monigold, followed by Jody Yoder and Andre Yoder. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold and Jake Seidel on the field for us. Of course, we're live on FM 95.3 and WKLM-FM.com, and also live on the YouTube audio link as well. And it's Melissa Patrick, Robert Yabroff back in the studio. Casey Claxon producing the YouTube audio link. We're also going to be posting the video stream of the game to the WKLM YouTube page after this game is over with, courtesy of Claxon Communications. Logan McPeek, the producer, and Andrew Dunlap working the camera. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Griffin Monigold to lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out the second. Reminder also, after this game, we'll have the Division 5 state championship game coming your way. That's going to be a bit outside for a ball. Has Waynedale taking on Columbus Academy in that one. And of course, that'll be live on FM 95.3 and Stream 1, and also on the YouTube audio link. And again, we'll be posting the video stream of that game on YouTube after the game. That pitch going to be a bit high. Ball 2. It's a 2-1 count now to Griffin Monigold.
You know, Koblenz did throw 25 pitches yesterday, so if you're able to get a couple runners here.
Going to be a called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, up to 86 pitches now today. So trying to force them to work a little bit here in the sixth inning. 2-0. Lake Center Christian, you feel like if you're Hiland, you need to try and make something happen here in the sixth.
Griffin so far has seen a steady diet of curveballs.
Here's the pitch. Curveball again, he'll foul it back. Slaps it foul, stays at 2-2.
And you know, if you're Hiland, if you could get a leadoff guy on base, you just haven't been able to do that.
Yeah, back in the second inning, that's the only time today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the curveball, strike 3. He got him, went inside on him. And that's the 6th strikeout thrown today by Grant Koblenz. 1 up, 1 down in the 6th. 2-0 Lake Center Christian at the plate for the Hawks. Jody Yoder, he's 1 for 2, a single, and also a ground out to short. Hiland threatened back in the first with 2 runners aboard. 1 out, didn't score. Threatened in the second, had 2 runners aboard, 1 out. Did not score that inning. Is the pitch by Koblenz. Going to be a called strike at the knees, 0-1 count. And also threatened again with 2 runners on and 1 out in the 4th, but did not score. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a bit outside, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and they went away from Griffin there, and he threw him a good fastball in the inside corner, and Griffin just couldn't react to it.
Here's the pitch. That's high in the fastball, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Jody Yoder, see if he can get something started here. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but it's going to be a called strike on the inside corner. Goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stay tuned after the game, as we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Game. That player receives a gift certificate for a small 1-topping pizza from Table Rock Pizza in Berlin. That pitch going to be a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Koblenz getting stronger as the game goes on. That's back-to-back Ks to begin the 6th inning. His 7th strikeout thrown today. Hawks still trying to figure him out.
Kind of one of those things. He's seen a steady diet of curveballs there, and he's kind of surprised him. He went with the fastball a couple times in the places where he had been throwing that curveball.
Here's Andre Yoder. He's 1 for 2. 2 down, nobody aboard for the Hawks. And the pitch. That's going to be a bit low, make it ball 1.
And if Hiland's going to get something going here, it's going to have to be from the bottom of that order.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bouncer toward the second base bag. Backhanded through the first base. Long throw going to be in time on the throw by Aaron Zietlow for out number 3. What a play, and it goes down in order to the Hawks in the 6th inning as Grant Koblenz now has retired 8 consecutive batters through 5.5. 2-0 Lake Center Christian. This is state championship baseball on WKLM.
Looking to upgrade the exterior of your home? Siding is indeed the best bang for your dollar. Hi, I'm Nevin Mast with Home Siding Contractors. We have the best siding on the market today, and the low maintenance aspect of our siding is what our customers enjoy the most. Provia Siding fits that bill exactly. No frequent painting or staining with wood siding. No routine sealing like stucco. Provia Siding lasts. Check out all we have to offer at our new and improved showroom east of Millersburg, and let our experienced sales team show you how affordable our products can be.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's insurance agent, Hobron's Insurance Service, 170 South Clay Street in Millersburg. Call 1-800-340-3767.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
To prove he wasn't chicken?
Nope, the deals at Roadie's IJ were too good to pass up.
Smart Bird. Get Gerber's chicken drumsticks or thighs, just $1.98 a pound. And Gerber's fresh boneless chicken lover's choice, only $3.98 a pound.
The chicken told all his friends, then immediately got nervous about that decision.
Also on sale, twin pack whole pork shoulder, $2.28 a pound. USDA inspected pork shoulder roast, $2.48 a pound. And pork shoulder steak for $2.98 a pound.
That's enough savings to make a chicken do a double crossing.
Now through Sunday at Roadie's IGA Marketplace in Millersburg,
where the deals are always worth crossing the road.
Home half of the 6th, 2-0 lead for Lake Center Christian in the Division 6 state championship game. Matt Croy alongside John Monigold, Jake Seidel on the field, and on the mound, new pitcher. That'll be Damon Troyer. We're getting his warm-up tosses in. The junior right-handed pitcher. And, of course, we knew third baseman Andre Utter now playing over at third base for the Hawks. So they'll switch positions, straight change there. Damon Troyer on the mound this year. He 1-0 record. Has not allowed a run. 9 2/3 innings of work. He's gotten 2 saves, 8 hits allowed. He struck out 10. He's walked just 3. And he'll come in relief of Andre here in the bottom of the 6th. Colton Smilik at the plate, who flew out the left in his first at bat, hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th. 2-0 Tigers, of course, looking for whatever insurance runs they can get. Hiland trying to keep it at a 2-0 score. Here's the pitch. So it'll be a fly ball. It'll be toward medium deep left center. Going after going to be Garrett Monigold, and he will make the running grab. Went deeper than originally thought, but he got to it for the first down on the fly out by Colton Smilik.
You kind of look at it, if Damon can get you back into this dugout with another 0 on the board, you know, it's the bottom of that lineup. They're going to have to get some base runners to be able to mount a rally against Lake Center. And like you said, you know, do you put Grant Koblenz back on the mound, or you give him a chance for a complete game?
There's a swing and a miss and a high fastball by Damon Troyer. 0-1 count. Braden Myers will play 0-2 with a pop out to first and a ground out to short.
And you know, you kind of thought coming into today, runs were going to be at a premium.
Yeah, there's the fastball there for a strike, and it certainly has been the case. 0-2 count. It's time to be thinking about those concrete projects. Holmes Ready Mix of Millersburg offers Ready Mix concrete projects. The pitch. So I'm going to be lifted in the air towards shallow right field. Going to be a running grab. Mike Miller was playing pretty shallow already. He was ready for it for out number 2. And now 2 down, nobody aboard for Jacob Ranieri. Give Holmes Ready Mix a call for Ready Mix Concrete, 674-0865, for sand and gravel at 674-8121. Ranieri, a ground out today and also got on by an error one time. 2 down, nobody aboard. Now the pitch. Curveball in the dirt goes to ball 1 now. And Holmes Siding Contractors, located just outside of Millersburg off of State Route 39, offers Provia exterior doors professionally crafted to meet your needs in style. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also, their Viweco line of windows with energy efficiency technology that will save you money on energy costs. Give them a call, 888-725-6619. That's Home Siding. Now the pitch. Swami a line toward right field base hit, a 2-out single by Jacob Ranieri. But you'll take those hits with 2 outs.
Yes, you will. And, you look up on that scoreboard, it's only Lake Center's 4th hit, but you got a couple walks and a hit by pitch. And that's how they were able to get some runners on base and score.
Here's Paul Dussel. 0 for 2 is reached base one time on an error. The pitch. Way high goes to ball 1. Nice leaping grab by catcher Griffin Monigold.
But it's really hard to win a baseball game if you don't score any runs here. So they got to mount a comeback somehow.
Here's the pitch. Curveball. Good take. A bit low. We'll check with the base umpire. Says he did not go. And now a 2-0 count.
And Damon, he does a really good job. He comes in throwing strikes.
Ranieri has 3 stolen bases on the year. The pitch. Swung up, he popped up. Tore short. Wagler's underneath. And he will make the catch. That's going to be out number 3. Damon Troyer does the job, and now through 6 innings, 2-0 Lake Center Christian. This is state championship baseball at WKLM.
A remodel or new build is more than just a project. At Kime, we believe these projects mean creating a new play space for your little ones, designing a gathering place to make and share meals, or building an outdoor oasis to relax and recharge. We're here to help you reimagine your space. Our home center in Charm is a one-stop shop for flooring, appliances, kitchens, and so much more. Our team of experts is here to help support you every step of the way. That's the beauty of working with Kime. That's your home reimagined.
Express Power Washing is Northeast Ohio's premier washing and soft washing company. Their expert team uses state-of-the-art equipment and eco-friendly cleaning solution to rejuvenate your home's exterior, roofs, decks, driveways, and more. Home with a 2-year guarantee. If the green comes back, they come back. For more information, call 330-231-4392. That's 330-231-4392.
MEB Systems, a name that has been around since 1977. It is the area's flat roof specialist. Their mission statement is, serve our team, customers, and community by offering exceptional and innovative flat roofing services, all for the glory of God. MEB Systems has the experience to handle anything from scheduled maintenance to roofing multi-acre facilities protecting valuable equipment and merchandise. Call MEB Systems, your flat roof specialist, at 330-852-4333 or visit them online at MEBsystems.com. MEB Systems wishes all local athletes the best success this year. Top of the 7th inning, a 2-0 lead for Lake Center Christian at the plate for the Hawks. Do or die time for Hiland, needing at least 2 runs to extend this ball game. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 guys. Mike Miller followed by Logan Yoder and then Isaiah Wagler. Grant Koblenz remains in the mound on the pitch. That's going to be inside ball 1 to Mike Miller, who's hit by a pitch. He's walked 1 time today, so officially 0 for 0 at the plate. And Hiland would take either one of those scenarios here in this at-bat. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I got a feeling, if you're Hiland here, you're going to force him to throw strikes. Don't make it easy on him.
Here's the pitch. So it'll be a bouncer toward short. Going to be gloved, though, by the shortstop. Caleb Shelley throws the first in time for the out. Boy, that ball was hit more up the middle, John. Close up the middle, and somehow Shelley was already playing near that second base bag. Otherwise, that's a base hit.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You go back to that one inning where Hiland had runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Isaiah hit a hard ground ball, but just went right to the first baseman, and Shelley was shaded up the middle here.
Here's Logan Yoder, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout to right. Hiland down to the final 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a cold strike. MRV Siding Supply has top quality products like Provia Siding, decorative siding, and also windows and doors. Give them a call, 800-524. That pitch going to be outside for a ball. 74-36 MRV Siding Supply. 1 ball, 1 strike to Logan Yoder.
In the game of baseball, sometimes you got to have a little bit of luck.
The pitch. So it'll be a chopper up the middle. Charged after. In the center field base hit. That time they got it by the diving shortstop, Caleb Shelley, and Hiland has a base runner aboard.
Yeah, and if you look back at it, Lake Center's got 2 runs, but Hiland could very easily have 2 runs as well. They just hit the ball right at somebody, and they're not going to go down without a fight.
No, they are not. 6th hit today for the Hiland. 1 on, 1 out. At the plate, Isaiah Wagler. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs today. Here's the pitch. So, a high fly ball hit deep to left field, but he fouled, though, into the seats. Well, that looked good off his bat. 0-1 count. The Killbuck Savings Bank proudly supporting the local youth, and they hope you all knock it out of the park. That is the Killbuck Savings Bank. Koblenz the pitch. That goes way high. Ball 1 to Isaiah Wagler.
Like you said, if you're Highlander, you're just looking to keep putting pressure on them.
That single broke a string of 9 straight batters that Koblenz had retired. Here's the pitch. And on the outside, off the mitt of the catcher, Colton Smilek going partway towards second. Now back to first base is going to be Logan Yoder. Smilek recovered quickly. Initially, you thought maybe Yoder had a chance to get to second base, but don't want to get to certainly throw down in this situation.
No, you don't. You don't want to make it out at second. You need 2 runs.
Koblenz takes his foot off the rubber. Here's the 2-1. That'll be a called strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wagler.
And in high school baseball, if you can throw your curveball for a strike, it's a huge advantage. Yes. So now Isaiah's got to shorten up here.
The pitch. Swung on foul to the backstop. A good swing on it, just behind it on that swing.
And Koblenz reared back for a little bit more there. That one was up at 86. And if you're Isaiah, you're just trying to get on base. You need 2 base runners here.
Here's the pitch. So a line to left field. At the line, it's going to be a fair ball. Rolls through the fence around third base. Here's Yoder. He's going to come toward home. Yoder, as the outfielder falls down, the cutoff man, he will score. RBI double by Isaiah Wagler. Hiland is on the board. They're down 2-1, and he's pumped up on the second base bag.
They got life now.
Well, I don't know if you saw this. The shortstop went out to cut the cutoff and left and slipped, or they might have had a play at home, but that's a huge run for the Hawks, Matt.
It certainly is. Big time at bat by Isaiah Wagler. Well, he hammered the ball early in the count that went foul. Just behind it on the swing before that, when you mentioned Koblenz going to reach back a little bit, that time he lasered it down the left field line. As Jake mentioned, the cutoff man, the shortstop, did fall down on that cutoff throw, but irregardless, Hawks on the board, and now the top of the order coming at the plate, and it'll be a little meeting here at the mound for this Lake Center Christian team. And, obviously, Koblenz has thrown his share of pitches. Now, 108 pitches thrown today. He threw some yesterday as well, but obviously a tough situation to throw a pitcher in, so you're going to see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, that's a ton of pitches in 2 days. You're allowed 125 in 1 day, but to go 108, that's asking a lot out of a kid. But, you got the lefty up here in Christian Mullet. And if you're Hiland, you're just looking to put a swing on the ball. And it looks like that is going to be it for Koblenz. Maybe he was trying to talk the coach into finishing it.
Yeah. So they'll make the pitching change. Hiland on the board, down 2-1. There's 1 out and a runner at second base in the top of the 7th. Don't go away. Back after this on WKLM.
Call Berlin Heating and Cooling, your Rheem Pro partner, and you're calling the very best. Berlin Heating and Cooling services and installs Rheem and all types of furnaces and air conditioning equipment. Berlin Heating and Cooling, they're your local team you can trust. Call them today at 330-893-3057. That's 330-893-3057.
This is Emily Sheely of Berget Insurance. Farm ownership is a huge investment. Protect your investment with the right insurance policy. I proudly represent Buckeye Insurance Group, a company that has been insuring farms since 1879. Together we can make sure you have coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and Berget Insurance working together to protect you.
Looking for a partner who will bring your vision to life? Tecton Engineering in Berlin is your go-to for civil, residential, and commercial engineering, customizing their approach to suit your unique needs. And for creative design that sets your project apart, trust Brick and Banister Design. Whether it's residential or commercial, they specialize in innovative design and construction drawings to keep your project on track, on budget, and exactly as you envision. Visit tecton-eng.com and brickandbannisterdesign.com today. Call 893-0230. Proud supporters of the Hiland Hawks and West Holmes Knights. Pitching change made. It'll be Caleb Shelley, the junior right-hander, replaces the junior lefty Grant Koblenz. And Hiland right now, they are trailed 2-0 entering this top of the 7th inning. Run scores on the RBI double by Isaiah Wagler. Of course, Logan Yoder had the hit before that. And the top of the order will be at the plate in Christian Mullet. Look at last year in the state title game. 4-3 lead for Lake Center Christian after they scored 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Hiland scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to get that victory last year. So Hiland, again, have to chase it from behind, but an opportunity right here down by just a run and a guy at second base.
Yeah, and if you're Christian Mullet here, you're bringing in a new pitcher. He's going to want to get ahead of you. I would be sitting for a fastball here early in the count and see if you can get something to drive. The outfield, right field, and center field are playing kind of deep.
Mullet 0 for 3 so far today.
He's got great speed, so put some pressure on him.
Shelley the pitch. Going to be a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Caleb Shelley on the mound. He pitched some yesterday as well. A 10-1 record on the season for him. The pitch. That'll be a bit outside. That's going to be a ball. Shelley with the 1.61 earned run average, 47 2/3 innings on the season pitch, allowing 13 runs, 11 earned, 24 hits. He struck out 77, walking 13. That pitch going to be down low for a ball, though. On that pitch goes to 2-1 to Christian Mullet. Wagler's the second, 1 out. 2-1, Lake Center Christian. We're in the top of the 7th. The pitch. So on my line toward left field, it's going to be caught by the left fielder. That'll be Koblenz now playing in left field. He made the grab. That was a well-hit ball by Mullet, but right at him, and it's going to be the second out.
Yeah, not a lot you can do there if you're Christian. He hit it hard. Just they had him played perfectly, and now it's going to be up to Garrett. Just take a deep breath here. Stay within yourself. Put a good swing on a ball.
Here at Monigold, 1 for 3 today. A single. He struck out his last 2 times. And the Hawks need something from right here. Here's the pitch. Check swing. It's going to be in there for a called strike by Shelley. 2-1 Lake Center Christian. Hiland needs a run to extend this ball game. Wagler leads off at second. Here's the pitch. So going to be foul to the backstop. Good swing just behind it. 0-2 count. At the conclusion of this contest, we'll be announcing the Table Rock Pizza Player of the Contest. That player receives a gift certificate for a small 1-topping pizza from Table Rock Pizza in Berlin. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Garrett Monigold. Here's the pitch. High, he lays off it. Wagler leads off at second. Shelley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That'll be high. Another good take by Monigold. Goes even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Like we said, if you're just trying to spread out and put a ball in play here, not trying to do too much, just stay within yourself, make contact.
Here's the pitch. That's way high. Going to be ball 3 now. A full count to Monigold. See if you can sit back on something right here.
And you still got to protect, though. You don't want to leave it up to the umpire. Good job getting back into the count.
Here's the payoff. Swung out foul to the backstop. Spoils that pitch. It stays at 3-2. What a ball game today in the D6 State Championship Contest from Akron. Monigold back in there. Wagler gets his lead at second. Here's the payoff. Swung on, be fouled again straight back. He'll spoil another good pitch by Caleb Shelley.
Just keep staying alive, kid.
And the pitch shows bunt. He'll actually wait. The time was called at the last second. Trying to disrupt up that rhythm a little bit. Here at Monigold, he'll step back in there. Here's the payoff again. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That'll do it for the ball game. And Lake Center Christian captures their first state title in school history. Well, great at bat. Monigold fouling off a couple of pitches. And then Shelley came back to get the strikeout. And that'll do it for the game. A 2-1 ball game. Lake Center Christian gets the win. And the Hawks will be denied as the runner-up this year, trying to go for that 4th consecutive state championship. That's why it's hard to get. Nobody's done it before. And the Hawks that close to getting it again today, but Lake Center Christian, give them credit. Outstanding team. They had the tough loss to the Hawks last year in the state title game. They find a way to get a victory here today. What a game here in the D6 state championship game. And boy, when you win these games, boy, it's pretty exciting. When you lose them, it's tough. You know, obviously for the Hawks, they're going to be disappointed right now, but what an amazing run for Hiland. What they've done, unprecedented, really. And I know right now they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about they're disappointed by the loss. But this has been just an incredible run, and they give themselves a chance, John. This last inning, scored the run, had a chance to get through. They don't come through here against a great Tigers team, but been an incredible stretch for those Hawks team.
Yeah, and you talk about it throughout the last 3 tournament runs. You had to get a break and have something just go your way, and Hiland wasn't able to get it today. Lake Center, you got to give them a little bit of credit. They didn't have a ton of opportunities, but they played some small ball and got the job done when they needed to. And Hiland, you look back, a couple balls that were hit right to people. Christian hit that ball about as hard as he could. Mike hit one up the middle here to start this inning. And then you go back to that one that Isaiah hit right at the first baseman. You kind of wondered a little bit. Hiland wasn't able to score early in that game against a really good pitcher. He got into a rhythm, and they battled, but there's a reason it's really hard to win a state championship. To let alone try to win 4 in a row, it's never been done, and there's a reason why.
When you think about these last few years here, I think it was 3 years ago Hiland got a 10-run win in the state championship against Russia. But aside from that, all these games have been tough. I mean, all been tough this last couple of years. Hiland's found a way to get wins, but these games are not meant to be easy.
Yeah, and you got to think a lot of these games are going to come down to one play. And the last few years, that's exactly what happened, and Hiland came out on top. Today, unfortunately, they just weren't able to get it done.
We're going to pick up the runner-up ceremony here. We'll get that momentarily on the field here over in Akron, as the Hawks will finish their season at 25-5. They had won 6 straight. They had won 18 of the last 19. As they lose today 2-1. And for Lake Center Christian, they go to 25-4. They've won 11 straight. Their first ever state title in baseball history for their school here. But an outstanding program for the Tigers, and obviously they showed why.
Yeah, Grant Koblenz is a really good pitcher, and once he got out of those jams early in the game, it was just Hiland was fighting against it, and Lake Center took that 2-1 lead. Like I said, Hiland had 7 hits to Lake Center's 4. Just they weren't able to get that big one. They battled that last inning, but again, you look at it. Christian hit a line drive right to the left fielder. Mike hit that one hop right to the shortstop, and that's the game of baseball. You got to get a break, and Hiland just wasn't able to get it today.
It really is the key innings, the first inning when they got a couple runners on board. A couple runners on board there in the second inning. And same thing with the fourth. Obviously, they scored a run there in the 7th inning, so had some other opportunities. But, again, the Tigers will make some key defensive plays and obviously give credit to their pitcher through some pressurized situations. And they able to hold on and get this 2-1 win.
Yeah, and, you look at the last 4 years, it's been a pretty magical run. It's kind of unheard of. And you got to give these kids a lot of credit to even give themselves a chance to do something that's never been done. So, a lot of pride out there.
A lot of pride, as there should be. What a stretch. I think they're just about ready to have this runner-up ceremony. Hawks lining up down that first base line.
We'd like to recognize our 2026 OHSAA Division 6 state runners-up. The Hawks from Berlin Hiland High School. Presenting our individual medals to the Hiland School administrators, Principal Tyler Winter, and Athletic Director Cedar Bonifant. Players, if you please come forward as your number is called to receive your medal. Number 2, Carson Yoder. Number 7, Caleb Miller. Number 10, Will Beachy. Number 11, Paxton Alarcon. Number 12, Brody Miller. 22s. Number 40, Solomon Yoder. Number 41, Caleb Troyer. Number 42, Isaiah Troyer. Number 44, Hunter Miller. Number 45, Jared Miller. Number 3, Karen Monigold. Number 5, David Troyer. Number 13, Mike Miller. Number 16, Logan Yoder. Number 21, Brady Monigold. Number 22, Andre Yoder. Number 23, Christian Mullet. Number 24, Isaiah Wagler. Number 25, Griffin Monigold. Number 26, Jonah Yoder. Team manager, Damaris Yoder. Team manager, Simpson Miller. Assistant coach, Kevin Schrott. Assistant coach, Chad Wagler. Assistant coach, Jordan Yoder. Assistant coach, Richie Nash. And the head coach of the Hiland Hawks, Chris Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, OHSAA Associate Executive Director Kristen Ronay and East District Board Member Jim Willard will present the OHSAA Division 6 2026 State Runner-Up Trophy to the Hiland Hawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the second consecutive year, let's give a round of applause to these two excellent baseball teams. Hawks, over the past decade, this program for Berlin has turned into one of absolute dominance. 6 state appearances in the past 10 years. Numerous IBC championships, 29 consecutive OHSAA tournament wins, and 3 back-to-back-to-back state champions, which set a record for OHSAA record books. That is a decade to be proud of. And gentlemen, although we know this is not the outcome you had hoped for today, I know this community is so proud that you are taking home your 8th state tournament trophy and put it in your school's outstanding trophy case. I'm joined this afternoon by Jeff Mueller, who's a member of our board of directors and a member of our East District Athletic Board, and it's our pleasure on behalf of our board, executive director, and staff to present the 2026 Division 6 State Runner-Up Trophy to Hiland High School. Congratulations, gentlemen.
All right, so Hiland will be the state runner-up here in Division 6. We'll take a break, come back to you after this with a post-game show next on WKLM.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Whether you're exploring faith for the first time or looking for a place to call home, Northside Church invites you to be a part of their growing community. Join them for services Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m., where you'll find inspiring messages and a welcoming atmosphere for all ages. And for 6th to 12th graders, Northside Student Ministry meets Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. during the school year. Visit them at 1207 Worcester Road, just north of Joel Pomerane Hospital in Millersburg. They can't wait to meet you at Northside Church.
Discover your passion and prepare for your future at Buckeye Career Center. We are still accepting applications for the 2026-27 school year from incoming high school juniors and seniors. Pick from our over 30 career technical labs to obtain the skills you need to succeed in an in-demand career field. Popular options include computer-aided design, masonry, outdoor power, precision machining, and culinary arts. Don't delay and apply online today at buckeyecareercenter.org.
At Beaches, we're about keeping you safe and on the road. We believe in building lasting relationships through a trustworthy service. Our team cares about delivering quality every time. We offer auto, diesel, heavy-duty, and tire services. Our Winesburg location is open 7 a.m. to midnight, located at 2653 US 62. Call Winesburg at 330-359-5421. Our Berlin location is open 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., located at 5979 County Road 201. Call Berlin at 330-674-6970. Explore our full range of services and easily schedule your next appointment at beaches.com.
Having trouble with your farm equipment? Don't spend all your hard-earned money on buying new. Bring your equipment to Fisher Farm Service, located at 5327 Weller Road Northwest in New Philadelphia, and have their qualified technicians take a look at it. The technicians at Fisher Farm Service can fix your equipment and have it working as good as new. Their technicians specialize in tractors, combines, skid loaders, and balers. So the next time your farm equipment is not working to your standard, take it to Fisher Farm Service and get your equipment back to peak performance. Call Fisher Farm Service at 330-364-4449.
Give your home the protection it deserves with Cedar Max Super Polymer Insulated Siding from MRV Siding Supply. Cedar Max by Provia delivers outstanding performance inside and out, all in a variety of beautiful colors. Backed by a lifetime limited warranty, Cedar Max keeps your home looking great for years to come. Stop by MRV Siding Supply on County Road 624 in Millersburg or mrvsiding.com.
Get your siding supplies from the siding guys. MRV Siding Supply.
Now through July 6th, everyone qualifies for Ford employee pricing at Village Motors in Millersburg. This is Deke Miller, and during Ford's American Value for American Values event, you pay the same price Ford employees receive on most 2026 Ford vehicles. That means big savings on popular models like the F-150, Ford Explorer, Bronco, Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Super Duty. No employee badge, no special credentials, no haggling. Just straightforward savings for everyone. Don't wait. Ford employee pricing ends July 6th at Village Motors in Millersburg. Village Motors, where value drives home.
Dreaming of a perfect affordable home? Discover family-owned Hartford Homes. Hartford Homes, with over 50 years combined experience in the construction industry, offers turnkey homes including all land improvements, resulting in a stress-free custom home built for you. Our commitment to quality, community, and sustainability sets us apart. Visit HartfordHomesOhio.com today to schedule your visit. Tour inside 2 different model homes or browse our 22 online models. Discover Hartford Homes in Jeromesville and start your journey to a dream home.
And today's post-game show brought to you by Denko Marketing as Lake Center Christian defeats Hiland to capture their first state title in school history in Division 6. It was a scoreless game through the first 3 innings. Then the Tigers would score a run. In the bottom of the 4th would be an unearned run as Hiland would bring the infield in. And that situation there where after the Tigers would get the leadoff walk, followed by a flyout, then a single. I should say, in that 4th inning, was a leadoff hit batsman to Colton Smilik, and then a ground out, then an error after Hiland brought the infield in, and he got to third base, did Smilik, and after a pass ball, and that would allow the run to score in Smilik on that play, and then a double play on a great play by Damon Troyer to end the inning, made it a 1-0 score in favor of Lake Center Christian with that unearned run. Then in the 5th inning, they would add on a run after a leadoff walk to Aaron Zietlow. Then a fly out to right by Koblenz. It was the RBI single by Luke Eckert. He would come through with the hit to knock in Zietlow, and Lake Center Christian would take a 2-0 lead through 5 innings. It would stay that way going into the top of the 7th inning. Hiland down 2-0, needing at least 2 runs to extend the ball game, and they started the ending off with a ground out by Miller, then a single by Logan Yoder, followed by an RBI double by Isaiah Wagler, made it a 2-1 ball game. Then Mullet would fly out, followed by the strikeout to Monigold, and that would do it for the game. Hiland made a run at it, but they would fall a bit short, and Lake Center Christian will capture their first state title in school history in D6 2-1 over the Hiland Hawks today. We'll be back around with the final numbers after this from Denko Marketing. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community. Lake Center Christian captures the Division 6 state championship. They won it today 2-1 over the Hiland Hawks. For the Tigers, they would have 2 runs on 4 hits today and no errors, 6 left on base. Grant Koblenz led the way at the plate. The leadoff batter went 2 for 3 with a double today offensively. Luke Eckert went 1 for 1. Of course, had a sac bunt, a walk, and also an RBI single in that 5th inning as well to lead the way offensively for the Lake Center Christian on the day. For Hiland, they had 1 run on 7 hits for the game. They had 2 errors and 7 left on base. As for the Hawks, Grady Monigold going 2 for 3 with a pair of singles today. And also, of course, Isaiah Wagler went 1 for 3 with the RBI double he got in that last inning as well. Logan Yoder went 1 for 3 with a run scored. Andre Yoder also going 1 for 3 at the plate. Garrett Monigold going 1 for 4 today. For pitching wise for Lake Center Christian, it was Grant Koblenz who went 6 1/3. He would get the win, allowing 1 run, 1 earned, 7 hits allowed. He struck out 7, walked a batter, and he would hit a batter as well. As Grant Koblenz will get that victory on the mound, he'll improve his record to 3-0 on the mound of the season. Well, Caleb Shelley came in to pitch the final 2/3 of relief, and Shelley will end up getting the save. He allowed no runs, no hits, struck out 1, and walked nobody. As again, Caleb Shelley picking up that save, his 2nd save of the year. For Hiland, pitching-wise, Andre Yoder gets the loss through 5 innings. He allowed 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits allowed. He struck out just 1 batter, but walked 2 and hit 2 batters for the game. Andre Yoder drops his record to 6-1. And Damon Troyer through 1 inning of relief. He allowed no runs, 1 hit, struck out, and walked nobody as well. Lake Center Christian will capture the Division 6 state championship, and Hiland finishes up as the state runner-up here in Division 6. Back around with some thoughts of John Monigold and the player of the game, and wrap it up after this from Denko Marketing. Denko Marketing and Tricor Industrial, 2 reputable entities, are the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Denko takes pride in distributing garage door parts and producing specialty tools, serving customers at home and abroad. Need superior tools for your project? Head to Tricor Industrial on Bowman Street in Worcester, boasting an impressive lineup of Milwaukee power tools, Wright tools, grade 5, grade 8, and stainless steel fasteners. While visiting, don't overlook their steel blue work boots and wide selection of drill bits, taps, and dies. Denko and Tricor, proud partners of making an impact in your community. It is a final in Division 6 state championship baseball from Akron as Lake Center Christian captures their first ever state championship. They win it 2-1 over the Hiland Hawks. Back Croy alongside John Monigold for the broadcast. And boy, what a ride here. Again, we talked about this run here, and I know Hiland's going to continue to be great in baseball year in, year out with this program here, but certainly you look at some of the seniors for this team. Obviously your sons, Garrett, Grady, and Griffin, certainly a big part of that. Andre Yoder, and the player he's been, Mike Miller, of course, also Logan Yoder and Isaiah Wagler, some quality seniors for this Hiland bunch.
Yeah, and you look at the last several years, you've always had to replace those seniors, and they're underclassmen, the juniors and sophomores, they're going to be hungry. There's talent there. Sometimes, in a great program like this, some of the younger kids, they don't get to see the field, where if they were in another program, they'd have been on the field as a sophomore or a freshman. And, they'll be ready to play, they'll be ready to go. And, this one stings. There's no way around that. But if you look back at 29 wins in a row in the tournament.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. I mean, you can't say anything else. 29-1 the last 4 years. And in the game of baseball, you know, for that to happen, you've got to get some breaks. Some things have got to go your way. And today, they went Lake Center's way and not Hiland's. This very easily could have been 2-1 in Hiland's favor.
It could have been, absolutely. And you think about the experiences these guys have had, just the number of big games they've played, and as you mentioned, have won. The chance to play in this venue as many times as they had, that's something that there's a lot of really good programs that have run a lot of games that never have that opportunity.
Yeah, and, you know, she said, you know, from the OHSAA, 6 out of the last 10 years, Hiland's been here. Hiland's been in this situation, and, you know, that's an incredible run, and I think, you know, those kids are going to put in a lot of work. They're going to try to get back here. And, you know, it's not easy to do. That's just the reality, but all those kids know how to do is work hard.
Absolutely. Certainly, you've seen that firsthand as a dad and see what these guys have done. I've been a part of the coach a lot of these guys, too. And obviously, some of these guys, baseball is going to come to an end. But we got some guys like certainly Mike and also Grady are going to go on to play at the next level. So we can look at those guys. They'll continue to carry on that Hiland legacy at the college level as well.
Yeah, and, you know, Isaiah's going to go to Mount Vernon, too. So, hey, can't say much. You got to play on the last day of the season 4 years in a row. And there's a bright future for those guys that are moving on to college, and there's a lot to be proud of if you're a Hiland Hawk baseball fan.
Certainly is. John, thanks for once again all season long.
Hey, my pleasure.
All right, that's the voice of John Monigold. Again, Hiland will fall to Lake Center Christian today as the Tigers improve to 25-5, and they finish their season with 11 wins in a row, and they will capture their first ever state championship in school history. Hiland will finish up as a state runner-up after having won the last 3 state championships. They'll finish their season at 25-5 on the season for the Hiland Hawks. Of course, so stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll have the Division 5 state championship game. Waynedale takes on Columbus Academy. That'll be live on FM 95.3 and Stream 1, and also on the YouTube audio link that we'll be posting as well. And also, we'll be posting the video stream in that game on the YouTube after the game. A reminder also to come back and catch this game on YouTube. We'll be posting that game also on the WKLM YouTube page as well. So you can find the video stream on YouTube for this game also. Here, we'll be posting that here momentarily for WKLM for today. That'll wrap things up for us. We want to thank our sponsors all season long. Allow us to bring you this coverage all season long through this baseball season. Wouldn't be possible without that. And also the great listeners and viewers also throughout the year as well. We want to thank the Claxon communication crew, and that being, of course, today, Logan McPeek, Andrew Dunlap, and also Casey Claxon allow us to bring you this coverage, and also Bryce Haynes as well, and of course many others from Claxon all season long that help us bring you this coverage video-wise. And of course back in the studio today for WKLM was Melissa Patrick and Robert Yabrov. I'm Matt Croy, and alongside John Monigold, in the post-game show brought to you by Denko Marketing. Of course, Jake Seidel was on the field for this game. We appreciate that. He'll have the call the next game with Waynedale in action against Columbus Academy. Don't miss that with Jake Seidel along with Bill Pym broadcasting the D5 state championship game. Again, the post-game show brought to you by Denko Marketing. The final score as Lake Center Christian captures the Division 6 state championship. They win it 2-1 over Hiland. So long, everybody.
Tonight's broadcast has been a production of WKLM Radio and Claxon Communications.